children. A disturbing trend festering in Ghana.
Like Kalani Efe. Omuya tuntumisa Enyamife.
A fashion craze now falls to newly born babies and children as young as 3 years.
I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies, and some think there will be suspicion of infidelity. Others want some designer babies that have a particular color and therefore want to do anything to get the baby to get fairer.
Banned skin lightening creams containing toxic ingredients are being applied to tone children's skin and make them socially acceptable.
When they are like 3 years, 4 years old, that's when the parents, those who don't have knowledge about, that's where they start bleaching them.
Well, bleached babies, the cost of beauty airs this morning on the Super Morning Show at 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. on the Joy News channel. You don't want to miss that. Now, sources close to former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta have confirmed that he will not be physically present in Ghana on June 2nd to appear before the office of the Special Prosecutor as previously agreed. This, they explain, is due to an unexpected deterioration in his health. According to NPP's Director of Legal Affairs, Frank Davis, this has been officially communicated to the OSP by Ken Ofori-Atta's legal team along with accompanying medical reports and the attention of the Human Rights Court. Now, this comes after Special Prosecutor Kisio Jabeng warned that the former minister would be declared a wanted man if he failed to show up in person for interrogation. Kwekwa Santi of our Legal Affairs Desk reports.
In February, Ghana's former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta was declared a wanted man and a fugitive from justice by the OSP for his failure to avail himself for questioning over his alleged involvement in multiple corruption cases. Subsequent to this declaration, Ken Ofori-Atta's lawyers explained to the OSP that the former finance minister can only return to the country after finishing his medical treatment abroad. The two sides reached a settlement that Ken Ofori-Atta will return at the end of May, with the OSP then scheduling to question him on June 2nd. That day has finally arrived. The special prosecutor says Ken Ofori-Atta is mandatorily required to appear in person before the OSP on Monday, 2nd June, or he shall be re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons and will be considered a fugitive from justice. The OSP says he will also issue an Interpol red notice and initiate extradition proceedings against Ken Ofori-Atta and hunt him from wherever he may be to face justice in Ghana. Ken Ofori-Atta is considered a prime suspect in 5 ongoing corruption and corruption-related investigations. Kwekwa Asante for Joy News.
Well, the OSP has yet to respond to the latest information from Ken Ofori-Atta's legal team. Still on legal issues, lawyers of embattled NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Entry Boisiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, is expected to make final attempts to secure his release from Yoko custody after claiming the bail conditions have been met. Chairman Wontumi has been in Yoko's custody for nearly a week over allegations of fraud, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state, as well as a separate probe linked to international organized crime. His lawyer, Andy Appiah-Kubi, told Joy News a fresh case filed by another lawyer has complicated his release. Michael Ashali reports.
We begin at the tightly secured premises of the National Intelligence Bureau. Not even former Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia was allowed to see Wontumi.
I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis.
The 50 million Ghana cedis bail and 2 sureties have been secured, with former Agric Minister Brian Champon stepping in to guarantee the bond.
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you.
Even with that hurdle cleared, Chairman Wontumi is not walking free just yet. According to his legal team, a fresh case has been filed and must be resolved before any release.
We encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward.
But even as these last-ditch attempts are made to release him, it has emerged that there will be more trouble for Wumi as the Financial Intelligence Center begins to build its own case. And this was revealed by Majority Chief Whip Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo on Newsfile on Saturday. That's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no. Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make her feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommate's cry gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. NTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo?
Have you tasted it?
No, but I didn't see you add milk.
Hey, taste it before you ask me any question.
Hey, milk na chum say.
This is Milo all in one. Milo Pampa, cocoa, malt, milk and show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush like feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger teeth.
This advert is FDA approved.
We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is we're all. We are not just another bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji. As a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class Enzo. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Babu.
Hey, Kojo.
It's been a while, eh?
Yeah, good to see you.
It is great to see you.
We all missed you. Good to have you back in the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
We
don't know where to start.
Where to start from?
Bleached bodies.
I was in shock this morning, actually, when I heard the story.
Bodies. I mean, the title in itself, I don't think I've heard a more chilling hotline documentary title. Bleached bodies, bleached babies, the babies. Cost of beauty. Bleached babies, cost of beauty.
I'm so shocked.
How do you bleach a baby, right?
How do you do that? Like,
okay, so there's so many things that concern me here. When I was reading about this, I discovered that, look, first of all, it's not only ignorance. That's a big part of it, right? A lot of these women don't understand the negative effects of what they are doing to their children. Some of them think they are even mitigating the effects. Oh, I put the bleaching cream on the child in the morning, then I put powder on her in the evening. They think they are mitigating. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the heart of it is a bigger problem, right? The fact that this mother thinks there's something wrong with her child.
With the child, because the child is not fair.
That's the problem. Okay? That's the problem. And look, there's something called body dysmorphic disorder or body dysmorphia. This it's a mental disorder where a person sees flaws in their body that nobody else sees. Okay, so they think there's something wrong with them. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they see flaws. We see them and we see a completely fine person.
Exactly.
They see flaws, right? Now, when you have a condition that makes you see this in others, not yourself, but you are seeing you are seeing illnesses in others. You are creating illnesses in others. That also has a name. It's called Munchausen by proxy. That thing is dangerous. It's actually a form of child abuse, where parents or caregivers believe there's something wrong with their children, and as a result, they take actions that harm the child.
And you're not allowing this child to grow up and make a choice about how they want to look.
This is a child. This is a baby. What choices can they be? You heard a woman talk about how she started bleaching her child when she was 3 years old.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the repercussions when the child grows. When somebody took a decision that
you were not party to.
The chemicals, I'm sure there are illnesses that come with this.
There is so much going on here. Like the level of worry that I have about this documentary we're going to do. And the biggest problem is how long it's gone on without any kind of formal attack to stop it.
But this is criminal, isn't it?
Akbafu, there's some who believe it is. There's some who strongly believe that, I mean, you don't have a right to make such decisions for a child. And I mean, abusing a child is criminal, isn't it?
It's criminal.
Yeah. So if you are doing something that's going to cause your child to have cancer, are you not committing a crime?
It's a crime. It is a crime.
Charlie Songwe. Anyway, today we're getting into it, right? We're getting into
Still
it.
in shock.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that's what we have on our desk. It makes it hard for me to determine who gets trumpets.
Who gets the trumpet this morning?
Anyway, the 6 a.m. news came to us thanks to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. So, Charlie, who gets it?
Well,
I don't know.
Two things I'm excited about this morning.
Go on.
That OMCs are reducing their prices.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. And then we're going to tell you about another company which just announced a reduction in prices. Bleached Industries, producers of Belacqua. And other, beverage products.
Yeah. That's nice.
So perhaps.
So it's left with everybody else.
Everybody else, yeah.
All right. I think the OMCs and Bleached should get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you. The Joy Business Report now brought to you by Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class. And so for Bleached and the OMCs. Trumpets!
Good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, oil marketing companies expected to reduce prices of petroleum products at the pump this morning after some took the lead last week. Also coming up, beverage manufacturing firm Bleached Industries announces reduction in prices of its products due to cedi's appreciation as it breaks ranks with Association of Ghana Industry, which is asking for 2 months before responding to current developments with the local currency. Also coming up, government hints of sanctions against telcos if they fail to improve service quality as it moves to allocate more network spectrum to operators. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Ofori-Atta on KT Radio. More oil marketing companies are expected to reduce prices of petroleum products at the pumps this morning. This is coming after some took the lead last week. Here's more.
Allied, which has reduced a litre of petrol to 12 cedis, 15 pesos, and diesel at 13 cedis, 54 pesos, has indicated that it will move to reduce prices further depending on how competition react to its prices. Some of the major oil marketing companies last Friday told Joy Business that they will be reducing their prices at the pumps from this morning. However, they were tight-lipped about the margin of reduction. Some industry persons have projected we could witness some significant reduction at the pumps. Some of the oil marketing companies have told Joy Business that the reduction has been influenced by the cedi's sustained appreciation against the US dollar.
Meanwhile, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies is projecting that we should expect up to 7.5% drop in prices of petrol, almost 8% for a litre of diesel, while that of LPG will go down by 6.3% per kilogram. In a related development, industry giant Goil has announced a reduction in prices of its products, selling a litre of petrol at 12 cedis 52 pesos, diesel going for 12 cedis 98 pesos. Now, beverage manufacturing firm Bleached Industries, producer of Belacqua mineral water and other products, has announced a reduction in its prices beginning 1st of June. That's the first major manufacturing company to make such an announcement. The firm says the move is as a result of the cedi's appreciation against the dollar. Details next.
Bleached Industries in the statement noted that their action has been influenced by improved economic conditions, which has made it possible for them to offer affordable products to consumers. It therefore advised its distributors, wholesalers, and retail partners to respond accordingly to this directive by ensuring that it reflects in their new pricing structure so that consumers can fully benefit from the reductions. The action by Bleached marks a sharp departure from the stance of the Association of Ghana Industries that their members may need about 6 months before they can respond to the cedi's appreciation by reducing prices. It is not clear for now whether the action by Bleached could force other manufacturing firms to revise their notes.
Moving on, the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association is pushing for a reduction in prices of building materials due to the current performance of the city. The association believes this could be one of the surest ways to help reduce prices of properties sold. President Dr. James Ollins Lindsay has been speaking to Joy Business at a program organized by the Ghana Revenue Authority.
As we speak now, 100,000 cedis, dollars worth of property now is basically 900,000 cedis from the all-time high of 1.6 million. So, but no developer has changed the price to date. The developer is losing, but we are still buying cement at that high rate in cedis, and that is why we are saying, please suppliers, please subcontractors, come down with your cedi equivalent, because we have not changed our prices.
Well, the city's sharp appreciation could affect the end-of-year profits of some state institutions and banks. It's the latest in the expected shocks for other sectors of the economy. George Rafe has more.
This is based on some analysis by Joy Business and information picked up from persons close to these government agencies and the commercial banks. This will hit state enterprises that are exposed to foreign currency transactions, which has been a major source of revenue, as they were getting more Ghana cedis due to local currency depreciation in the past. For some of these banks, they could see their strong growth in profit over the past years slow for this year significantly, especially for those that the forex business has been a major source of their revenue. For many, this could be described as another ugly side of the city's appreciation against the US dollar on the economy.
George, you're with that report. Commercial banks have indicated they are now in a better position to lend more to businesses. It follows the Bank of Ghana's decision to review the cash reserve requirement for banks starting June 5. This will now allow the banks to hold cedi reserves in local currency and foreign exchange reserves in same currency. John Wise, Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks.
Give the banks cedi liquidity, which is more expensive, so that they can now lend.
And is that a promise from you banks that you're going to
of course.
pick up lending based on this? Is that a promise that
banks, of course, the banks take their decisions in their board decisions, but if you have the capacity to lend and you have good projects that you can lend to, why not? That's the business of banking.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, Shonewa. Now, government failed to meet its Treasury bills target. That's according to auction results by the Bank of Ghana. This is coming just a week after it recorded a 17% oversubscription. Meanwhile, interest rates continued its decline, reducing government's cost of borrowing on the domestic market. Here's more.
Demand for the short-term instruments remains subdued due to the low yields. According to the auction result, the government got 3.537 billion cedis from the sale of the bills. It accepted all the bids tendered by the investors. A chunk of the bids came from the 91-day bill, where 2.697 billion Ghana cedis, representing 76.2% of the total bids, were tendered. For the 182-day bill, 554.06 million Ghana cedis was received. The bids tendered for the 364-day bill were estimated at 286.17 million Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, interest rate plummeted again on the yield curve. The yield on the 91-day bill went down by 13 basis points to 14.92%. That of the 182-day bill was 15.48%, compared with the previous weeks of 15.55%. The 364-day bill also dipped by 9 basis points to 15.91%.
Minister of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation Samuel Nati George has announced plans to allocate additional spectrum to mobile network operators to improve service delivery. This follows a recent nationwide quality of service test by the National Communications Authority. The minister has therefore warned operators they will face sanctions if there is no marked improvement in service by final quarter of this year.
By end of Q4, which will be end of this year, we would want to see a remarkable increase in quality of service on the back of the deployment of the spectrum. Because by end of Q4, that would have been 6 months since the spectrum was allocated to them. The Ghanaian people must see the benefits of that. Failure to meet any of these timelines, roll out at end of Q3 and improve quality of service by Q4, you have the mandate of the ministry to impose sanctions and pecuniary fines on defaulting telco.
Communications Minister Sarah Natejot there. Now, Ghana Airports Company and Civil Aviation Authority have announced the extension of operational hours for the Pempe International Airport and the Tamale International Airport effective the 1st of June. Based on this announcement, Pempe International Airport will close for operations at 11 p.m. instead of the initial 8 p.m. Tamale International Airport, which used to close at 6 p.m., will now operate up to 10 p.m. each day. The Ghana Airport Company has therefore advised the domestic airlines to increase their flight frequencies to these airports. Now, let's turn to the stock market. There would be more demand for GCB Bank shares on the stock exchange this week. Here's Grace Munayan of Data Bank Research.
The market indices closed lower for the second straight week, dragged by notable losses in MTN Ghana, Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, and Calbank. Conversely, the bourse registered 5 gainers, which were Access Bank, SIC Insurance, Guinness Ghana Breweries, GCB Bank, and Ben's Oil Palm Plantation. As a result, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index declined by 3.2% weekly, to a year-to-date gain of 25.81%, whereas the Data Bank Stock Index lost 2.77% weekly, to a year-to-date gain of 24.59%. Weekly turnover fell by 27% to 30 million Ghana cedis after trading 1.8 million shares over 21 counters. MTN Ghana and New Gold traded the most last week and accounted for 92% of the market turnover. On outlook for this week, we expect the share price of GCB Bank to gain further, while MTN Ghana declines due to selling pressures. For Joy Business Report, Grace Munanyun of Data Bank Research.
Thanks, Grace. On the commodity market this morning, crude oil appreciated marginally, selling at $64 a barrel. Gold open trading at $3,317 an ounce after increasing by $28. Cocoa also gained more than $680, trading this morning at $9,791 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis. That's what Forex bureaus are offering clients. A British pound at 15 cedis. The euro going for 13 cedis. Commercial banks quoting the dollar at 10 cedis, 24 pesos. More news on our website, myjournline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. Handing you back to the man who I'm sure will be excited about fuel prices going down further this week. So, yeah.
Yes.
Winston.
Very happy. Thank you very much, Darryl. They must go down.
They must go down.
Yes, so this morning I'll be going to buy.
Yeah, we're still waiting for, is it 5 CD to a dollar
doesn't look like
projection that, or hope that you have, but
yeah, well, let's see how it goes. But thank you very much, Darryl, for joining us with the latest in the world of business. Coming up is our inspirational song for today, one by Dunsin Oyekan, Judah. That's our song for today.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning, Kojo.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It's a
yes, what?
Akwaba.
Yeah.
How's your leave?
Well, it was memorable. Let's call it that.
Nice. Good to have you back.
It's great to be back. All right then. Shall we kick things off with Say It Right?
Yes, and Say It Right, brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Oh, hang on a second. Tell us again who brought us Say It Right.
It's brought to us by Kingdom Books and Societe Generale Ghana.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
I hope you had a good weekend. Mine was not so great. I've been trying to bring down my high blood pressure. My friend made me some rather delicious palm nut gumbo to help bring it down. Gumbo, by the way, is a thick soup. And it really was delicious. I couldn't stop licking the ladle. Which brings us nicely to today's Say It Right word of the day. Ladle. 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 And please note, it is ladle with one D, not ladle. There aren't two D's. Now, most dictionaries define a ladle as a large, long-handed spoon used for drawing and stirring liquids. Or in my case, for licking gumbo. Ladle is also a verb which refers to the act of drawing and pouring liquids with a ladle. Now, the word originates from an Old English verb, hladen, which means to load or draw water. Hladen. Hard to say that word without without generating a ladle full of saliva. Sorry if I messed up your breakfast. It's a bit gross, that. Think about that next time you are licking your ladle. And that is how you say it right.
All right, news review now brought to you by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, Access Bank more than banking, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy smile.
Okay, so let's get into the papers.
Okay, I'll start with the daily graphic. EVAT system. GRA signs on 3,000 businesses, 5,000 more prepared to onboard. This is a good number, and we hope GRA is able to sign on a lot more businesses and broaden the tax net. Ban on drumming, noise making. GPCC raises concern over harassment, calls for stakeholder dialogue, and government supports Ghana Bauxite Company's smooth operation. There's also a story. Zoom Lion signs waste management deals in 3 countries, including Nigeria's Lagos.
Now, the Business and Financial Times for today. Zoomlion expands African footprint, secures Lagos contract and signs waste management MOUs with Congo and Ethiopia. Government assures support for Ghana Bauxite's smooth operations. and Employers Association holds 4th annual leadership conference. And still on the front page, fuel prices set to fall by up to 9% as cedi strengthens, and ADB-MD urges manufacturers to leverage current economic environment for growth.
And the news center, Dr. Angela emerges winner of MTN Heroes of Change. Telcos to face fines and customer paybacks over poor service. Kumasi Tamale airports extend operational hours. Now, the Wontumi story is also here. 50 million Ghana cedi bill meant to silence and punish Wontumi. And the finance minister is here. Government to borrow 6.7 billion Ghana cedis in treasury bills auction. So this is the current finance minister. Today, we are expected to hear from the former finance minister, Mr. Ken Nanaya Ofori-Atta, because he's scheduled to meet the OXP today. So
right now, the special prosecutor's office released a statement which pretty much said what?
Yeah, so let me just say that talking about Ken Ofori-Atta, now the Ken Ofori-Atta's lawyers have indicated that he can't meet the special prosecutor in person because he has to undergo some medical, checks and procedures. But let me just share with you the series of events that have happened since the OSP declared Ken Ofori-Atta, wanted. Now the OSP is investigating Mr. Ofori-Atta. First, under the Petroleum and Minerals Revenue Assurance, they're investigating contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority. To the Electricity Company of Ghana contract termination, and that's the termination of a contract between ECG and Beijing Xiangcheng Technology. Also, the National Cathedral Project. So here, the OSP is investigating procurement procedures and financial transactions related to the National Cathedral. And then the ambulance procurement. So, Ministry of Health contract with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchasing and maintaining 307 ambulances, and GRA Tax P Fund Management handling and disbursement of funds from the Tax P Fund account of GRA. Now, in January 2025, the OSP officially notified Mr. Ofori-Atta that he was a suspect in 5 separate cases and asked him to appear in person on the 10th of February 2025. On the 31st of January 2025, his lawyers informed the OSP that he was abroad indefinitely for medical reasons and offered to represent him in his absence. On the 5th of February, the OSP rejected the claim of indefinite absence and demanded a firm return date by 10th February, warning of legal consequences for failure to comply. It also reminded that the legal representatives cannot respond to criminal charges on behalf of clients. Now, on the 10th of February, his lawyer submitted a doctor's note, not addressed to anyone specifically, stating he was undergoing tests and possible surgery with no clear return date. So, on the 12th of February, with no cooperation, according to the OSP, they declared Mr. Ofori-Atta a fugitive from justice, acting on an arrest warrant. On the 18th of February, Mr. Ofori-Atta appealed to the OSP to remove his name from the wanted list and for the first time provided a definite return date in May 2025, and the OSP accepted his assurance and subsequently took his name off the list. Now, in March 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta filed a lawsuit against the OSP and the special prosecutor seeking compensation for what he called unlawful declaration of him as wanted and asked for the removal of related publications from the OSP's social media. And then on the 28th of March, the Human Rights Court had an interim application from Mr. Ofori-Atta asking for the OSP to be barred from declaring him wanted again. Now, we know that that particular case has been adjourned to the 18th of June. Now, according to the OSP, and what we've learned from our sources in the OSP, Mr. Ofori-Atta is expected to report in person to the OSP headquarters on June 2nd. That's today. Now, the OSP has stated that if he fails to appear, his name will be added again to the list of wanted persons, and he will be declared a fugitive from justice. And in such a case, the OSP will begin the process to request Interpol's red notice against him. Okay. However, the lawyers have actually indicated that, look, Mr. Ofori-Atta cannot make it, and they have written to the OSP of these medical challenges that Mr. Ofori-Atta is going through, and so Mr. Ofori-Atta could engage the OSP virtually. So that's it basically on the Ken Ofori-Atta issue.
All right. Well, let's learn a bit more about this situation from a member of Mr. Ofori-Atta's legal team. Here's Frank Davis. Mr. Davis, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Thank
good morning to your esteemed listeners and cherished viewers. Thank you.
We appreciate your time with us this morning. Where is Ken Ofori-Atta?
We have established from day one that Ken Ofori-Atta is attending to his medical challenges in the United States. We made that clear already from the very outset.
Right. So he's currently in Ghana or out of the country?
He's not in Ghana. He's outside of the jurisdiction. And this is known to the OSP. I believe you are also aware of this. It is abundant public knowledge.
Right. Now, as we have understood, there was a prior agreement that Mr. Ofori-Atta would attend to the Special Prosecutor's Office by today. This plan has changed. What happened?
Yeah, correct. There were a series of engagements between us and the OSP's office. And we came to a firm conclusion that Ken will make himself physically available and present to attend onto the ASP for a scheduled interview to elicit or solicit a caution statement from him in view of the charges that the OSP claims to have preferred against. In light of all of this, I think the OSP has been patently made aware of Ken's medical circumstances.
Okay.
Nonetheless, the medical circumstances have changed, and Ken would thus not be unable to be physically present today for any such interview. Of course, today, if my calendar is right, is the 2nd of June, but Ken cannot be physically present. The change in his health circumstances have been communicated duly and promptly to the office of the Special Prosecutor. That notwithstanding, his medical records have been made available to the court against the back of the suit that he had sued in court against the OSP in the Human Rights Court, seeking, among other reliefs, that the OSP ceases from advertising him as a wanted person on its platforms and to desist from still parading him as a wanted person. That application was argued in court. The ASP was in court. The affidavit was argued, the application was argued, and the judge has adjourned the matter to the 18th of June for a ruling. The ASP office have by themselves on their Twitter platform and accounts brought this to the public forum that the matter has been adjourned to the 18th of June for a ruling. Of course, one's right to fundamental liberty is closely related to whether the person is well or not. Health rights are recognized by the law. So if the OSP's office has been furnished with material which clearly suggests that Ken is unable to be physically present in Ghana for any such interview, I wonder why I've seen from yesterday, there have been a lot of media correspondences on Facebook to people suggesting that the OSP has strengthened that it's going to put a red notice alert on 10 if 10 does not appear this morning or a few days before him. And I find it quite worrying. The Electronic Transactions Act, which was passed, clearly makes room for a video recorded interview. And in this age of technology, Ken has through us, has confirmed to the OSP that he is prepared to avail himself of that. Video recorded interview is permissible under law. So if he cannot come physically and he makes himself available to a VR, I don't see what the function is.
Mr. Frank Davis, I want some quick clarification here. Has the OSP formally acknowledged your medical reports and your request for virtual interrogation or postponement? And is Mr. Ofori-Atta going to do that today?
The letter has been transmitted to the office of the OSP. It has been duly acknowledged and received. I don't know what else we can do as lawyers. So far as the letter has reached him, we are of the firm conviction that he is aware. And Ken is prepared to make himself available for the VR.
Your answer suggests that even though you've transmitted a letter to the OSP and it's been acknowledged, you do not know, or the OSP has not communicated to you if they are going to have a virtual session with Ken. Is that the case?
Well, not at this moment. There has been no communication.
Okay.
Now, the OSP's office. What we have is what is being paraded.
Yeah, but Mr. Davis, at the time that you requested, Ken said he was going to show up in person in May. He had indicated reasons. He said he could make it in May. You have also come back then to say, well, his medical condition may have deteriorated, and so he cannot do it at this time. Wouldn't you agree that if you send a letter to the OSP requesting virtual interrogation, it'd be important for you to hear from the OSP on his acceptance or otherwise?
Yeah, but that is what we are all anticipating. we are lawyers. The OSP is the trained lawyer. We have sent a letter to you. It is up to you to say yes or no. Then we take the next steps. But you don't ambush us. You don't respond to the letter, and you just jump to social media, threatening that you are going to be training.
Mr. Davis, how do you respond to those who say that this is all an attempt not to be present in person? Because initially the point was, I'll be there in May. Then when it is time, I'll be there. By this period, when it's getting to that time, another issue surfaces. How do you respond to those who say this is all an attempt not to be present?
Please. We are dealing with somebody's medical challenge. He doesn't determine it. If I tell you that I'll come and see you tomorrow, and just on the brink of tonight, I suffer a casualty, would you see me tomorrow? Why should it be so difficult for people to understand that the person involved has a health challenge? This was known long before these charges were prepared against him. Who didn't know that Ken was not well? So if his medical circumstances have changed, he should disregard that and come to Ghana because of what he's supposed to come and do in Ghana can be done otherwise. Why? In this when we boast so much of technology, if VRI can solve it, why? Is it not the same interview? So why should people be suggesting that Ken is running away from justice? No.
Mr. Davis, I know that it's a difficult time to be a lawyer for somebody who is undergoing medical treatment and having to deal with the court of public opinion. But help us, when was the last time you communicated to the OSP? When did you suggest to the OSP that your client cannot be physically present and you wanted to have a virtual session?
A letter was sent to him on the 27th of May.
So that's just last week.
Yes.
And that letter was acknowledged by the OSP?
The OSP has not acknowledged receipt of the letter, but the letter was sent to his office. It was received by all.
And
he has not written back, if you want me to say.
Okay. And before you send this letter to the OSP on the 27th of May, what other conversation or correspondence had you had with the OSP prior to that? And did you get a response to that as well?
We didn't have communication. We were in court. We were in court to argue the matter.
So
and the case was adjourned for a ruling.
Now the OSP gives us the indication that if Ken doesn't appear today, he'll be put back on the list. And this case is also in court. How do you think today's issues are going to affect whatever is going to happen on the 18th of June in court?
But being a lawyer and with the changed circumstances which has been brought to his attention and also brought to the attention of the court, and he himself has put it out there that the matter has been adjourned to 18th of June for a ruling. How can he do a U-turn and decide that he's going to declare him a wanted person or put him on the red alert list? We should go ahead and do that. And when he does that, we also know what to do. We cross that bridge. I don't understand what the indecent case is all about. And this razzmatazz, putting things out on social media and all that to take all the impression.
Mr. David, finally, Davis, from me.
I want to believe.
I just would want to.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Davis, finally, I want to understand something. So you're requesting a virtual, interrogation. Which provision in our law allows that kind of interrogation?
I've just told you that the Electronic Transactions Act permits that.
All right.
The Electronic Transactions Act permits that.
Mr. Davis.
It is not something we are doing in the background.
Right. Mr. Davis, as you said earlier, this has become a matter of public interest. And of course, the Special Prosecutor's Office is a public office. What can you tell us about the change in Mr. Ofori-Atta's health that you've communicated to the OSP?
But I should divulge Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta's medical condition to you already. How can I possibly do that? Is it not private?
Okay, but you have divulged it to the Special Prosecutor's Office.
Of course.
So it's a matter of public record now.
Well, you can source that from the public prosecutor, the Special Prosecutor's Office. I'm not about to be already talking about my clients.
Okay.
Record. I don't think it's professional.
All right. Is Mr. Ofori-Atta in a hospital?
Is it not the same thing you're asking?
No, I'm not asking about what his condition is. I'm asking where he is. Is he in a hospital?
He's in the United States of America undergoing medical treatment.
Okay. Can you tell us whether he's in a hospital or not?
He's in the United States of America attending onto his doctors.
Okay. We want to thank you very much for your time with us this morning, Mr. Frank Davis.
Thank you too very much.
All right. So that's Frank Davis. He's a member of Ken Ofori-Atta's legal team. Okay.
Yeah. So, quickly, the provision that Mr. Davis mentions is actually for civil cases, not for criminal cases. But, well, he had indicated that he had to leave at this time to do other things. But that provision he mentioned is actually for, civil cases and not criminal cases. But I think we have to go for the BBC News. So.
Yeah.
But
we do have to go for the BBC News. The online review would have been brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara Yendia. BBC News now, and that is by the kind courtesy of Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world. With me, Fergal Keane, the BBC's special correspondent. For this episode of The Interview, I speak to Tom Fletcher, Chief of Humanitarian Affairs for the United Nations. He tells me the people of Gaza are being subjected to forced starvation by Israel because of the withholding of aid.
We're seeing food sat on the borders and not being allowed in when there is a population on the other side of the border that is starving. And we're hearing Israeli ministers say that is to put pressure on the population of Gaza. We have that aid to feed everyone in Gaza for all the civilians for months. We could get that in, and we're desperate to do so, but we've got to have that full blockade lifted.
Israel argues that food aid is being stolen by Hamas. Mr. Fletcher himself has come under fire for making inaccurate claims about the impact of the Israeli blockade. Tom Fletcher. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
This is Danielle Yawowiecka with the BBC News. Hello. The right-wing historian Karol Nawrocki has been elected as the new president of Poland, beating his liberal rival, the Warsaw mayor Rafał Trzaskowski. The Electoral Commission confirmed Mr. Nawrocki secured 50.989% of the popular vote. Adam Easton is in Warsaw.
Although the office is largely ceremonial, he does have a veto on legislation. And during the 18 months that the pro-EU Prime Minister Donald Tusk has been in power, he has been stymied by the current incumbent Conservative President, Andrzej Duda, who's blocked him in delivering many of his key campaign promises, such as liberalising the country's very strict abortion law, depoliticising the judiciary. So Mr. Nawrocki will continue to block Mr. Tusk's pro-EU programme, and his victory will also re-energise his supporters.
Officials from Russia and Ukraine are gathering in Istanbul for a second round of direct peace negotiations. The meeting is taking place a day after one of Ukraine's most audacious attacks in the war, targeting air bases deep inside Russia. Paul Adams is in Kyiv.
Ukraine has become frustrated with the sense that Washington, its approach is driven by the notion that somehow Ukraine is losing the war. Well, what Ukraine did yesterday was to show that even though there is this still enormous numerical disadvantage between the Russian and Ukrainian forces, Ukraine still has cards to play, as Donald Trump might have put it during that famous meeting in the Oval Office a few weeks back. So essentially what Ukraine is saying is, look, we're still interested in talking about peace, but we're doing this from a position of strength.
The authorities in the US state of Colorado say 8 people have been injured, at least 1 critically, after a man tried to set fire to them using a makeshift flamethrower. The victims are from a Jewish group in Boulder, marching in support of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Police say the suspect, an Egyptian named as Mohammed Salima, yelled "Free Palestine" during the assault. Médecins Sans Frontières says people it treated at a US-backed aid site in Gaza reported being shot at from all sides by Israeli soldiers, drones, helicopters, boats and tanks. This account contradicts that from Israel, but it accords with accounts from witnesses, including survivors. Barbara Pletasher is in Jerusalem.
These are the competing narratives that we're getting. In terms of what our sources have been telling us, it sounded like people gathered very, very early because they wanted to be in front of the line to go and run and grab aid when the site opened, and that there was some efforts by the Israelis to tell them to move back because it was too early, and perhaps that seems to be the environment in which what happened played out.
World News from the BBC. Mexico's election authority says only around 13% of voters have cast their ballots in the country's first election for its judges. Despite the low turnout, President Claudia Sheinbaum hailed the outcome as complete success. Voters had to select around 800 federal judges, including Supreme Court justices, as well as hundreds of other local ones. Mexico is the first country to fill all judicial posts by popular vote in this way. A pro-Palestinian activist group says it sent another boat from Sicily to bring limited amounts of relief supplies to the Gaza Strip, which suffered a complete Israeli aid blockade for weeks. Those on board the Madeleine include a Franco-Palestinian MEP, Rima Hassan, and the Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg. They're hoping to reach Gaza in a week. Before sailing, Greta Thunberg told reporters the mission was to protect human rights in Gaza.
We are doing this because we have to keep our promise to the Palestinians to do everything in our power to protest against the genocide and to try to open up a humanitarian corridor.
A similar mission by the same group, the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, failed a month ago when they were attacked by drones off Malta. China has rejected US claims it violated a tariffs deal amid signs that tensions between the two economic powers are once again escalating. Beijing said it had fully complied with terms agreed during talks in Geneva in May. President Trump said last week that China had totally violated the deal but provided no details. Japan has brought in a law to protect workers from heat-related illnesses. It comes after government data found that a record 30 deaths and 1,200 injuries last year were linked to high temperatures. Doctors say the main cause of death by heat stroke is ignoring early symptoms such as high body temperature and drowsiness. And that's the latest BBC News.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, anywhere I go, anything you do, I live for you. Fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I dey your side, fidelity. Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank. We get some more Rambo and get some more super and the Poly challenge we did. Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
City now Buano. The rewards are big with Compute Ghana. Get extra savings, extra value on everything you buy at Compute Ghana. All thanks to the Macho City. This is not just your regular Prime Week, this is Prime Week Extra. That's right, as your city goes further, Prime Week goes extra. Enjoy our slash prices across all IT, mobile and home appliance brands as much as up to 50% off. Visit any Compute Ghana showroom or website to shop for Prime Week Extra and let your city rule the discount. Call 030-275-2020 or WhatsApp 024-314-3143 for enquiries. This Prime Week is extra. Save more.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of choices. Listen with rapt attention. Round 1, question 1. Elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
Now the second question. Less than 4 hours or at least 6 hours of sleep at night?
At least 6 hours of sleep.
The last question. Yomi yogurt or...
Yomi yogurt, of course.
Oh, I'm not done.
No need. That's my choice. Yomi yogurt.
Life is full of choices. Always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Whether it's a morning start, a midday snack, or a dessert, our delicious Yomi yogurt is here to nourish you. Yummy, a nourishing choice. This advert is FDA approved.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Sunshine and joy in the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Parazzo, like
How do they do it?
Amada lo prazolen chame ba he ni ame ba pale raw. Na mo pa ho ame tumi heat me. Mo 30 minutes. E 30 minutes la chaba chale. O ke je ko e be ke ajue. Make mo ke acid fio futo ame mumi. Ni ame ke po ame. Kona fe ame ya chu. I'm use of Skin Light, Pawpaw, Viva White, Pure Skin, Gold Skin, Pure White Gold.
I think I have had experience with mothers seeking to bleach the newborns. What I haven't encountered so much is people trying to bleach the baby whilst it's inside of the womb. That I haven't personally had an encounter with mothers like that, but I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies.
Some people end up, when you see the body, like some after 15 years of bleaching, you end up, you see your body is very thin. Since you've bleached, the first layer is of that sort, then you see you end up seeing your veins. You see the veins, and then sometimes too, when there is a cut somewhere, it takes time to heal. Your wound. Then sometimes your face end up becoming some black, green, some kind of colors.
Feel the same way, straight putting it down for California.
Yeah, you don't want to miss today's Hotline documentary. We're talking about bleached babies, the cost of beauty. And honestly, these are details that will shock you, but this is a reality. According to statistics, over 40% of Ghanaians have bleached their skin. All right, that's already happened to almost half of us, and it gets worse. In other parts of the continent, the percentage is even higher. But the real concern here is why? Why is this happening? Why do mothers feel the need to alter the skin of their children in ways that cause them harm, in ways that could cause cancer? Not to speak of all the other kinds of skin conditions that they could create for these unfortunate children who are not having a say in the option of these decisions, right? Today we get into it. We talk to the experts. We try and figure out why this is happening and how to stop it. All right.
But let me tell you about Zenith Bank, because they understand that sometimes the month feels a little longer than usual. Like I felt in May. Well, now it's ended now, so that's why they're here to ease your financial burdens. Apply for Easy Cash, an easy loan solution from Zenith Bank for MTN Momo subscribers. It's secure, convenient, instant, and collateral free. Yes, a loan with no collateral. With Easy Cash, you can take care of all your financial needs and emergencies with total peace of mind. Simply dial *170# on MTN. Hit option 5 for financial services, then choose option 3 for loans, and then finally option 6 for Easy Cash. Easy Cash, your loan in 60 seconds, is brought to you by Zenith Bank. Apply today. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. But talking about this whole concept of bleaching babies. So I don't know what these mothers are thinking of, but imagine exposing your child to harm. Imagine hurting your child's kidney. So that child lives with a problem with his kidney just because you decided that child should be light-skinned. This is not a child who says, I want to be light-skinned. You, the mother, have decided that my child should be light-skinned. I just can't get it. I mean, I just don't understand. To the extent some even would apply acid.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, and this is the analogy I put up this morning, that look, if you saw a woman dipping their child into a vat of acid, you would certainly intervene, wouldn't you? And you would consider that woman to have some kind of mental issue. Well, as it turns out, even this idea that there's something wrong with your child because your child is dark-skinned, even that stems from mental conditions. Okay, so there is a condition called body dysmorphia. Many people suffer from this, by the way, where when they look at themselves in the mirror, they see flaws that other people don't see. right? So all these people who end up doing, years and years of plastic surgery and so forth, it's because they suffer from body dysmorphia. But this is a situation where mothers are transferring this to their children. They are looking at their children and seeing flaws that nobody else sees. And that is something that they call Munchausen by proxy syndrome, where mothers, and it's a form of child abuse, mothers believe there's something wrong with their children, and so they act in ways that actually end up harming their child. There are some mothers who end up giving their children all kinds of medication and injection that the child doesn't need, just because they believe there's something wrong with the child. It's pretty much the same thing. You look at your child and you think there's something wrong with how your child looks. Therefore, you apply chemicals to your child's skin, which will eventually cause them harm, including, as Winston said, kidney failure, cancer. All of these are being done by a person who actually loves this child. And that's the painful part of it. They love their children, but they don't realize the damaging effect of what they're doing. Today we're going to explore this and examine it. It's a very, very troubling phenomenon indeed. When you hear some of these mothers, you'll be shocked. Listen.
Like kalani efe omuya tuntumi sa enyamefe.
I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies, and some think there will be suspicion of infidelity. Others want some designer babies that have a particular color and therefore want to do anything to get the baby to get fairer.
Bleached Bodies, the Cost of Beauty. That's the Hotline documentary Kojo and the team put together. You can't miss it. Use the hashtag JoySMS and tell us about your own experiences.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Bleach Babies coming up. Make sure you don't miss it. In the meantime, if you're looking for a car that aligns with your ambition, and of course, then you need the Toyota Starlet. Okay, it's sold by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, and it is your preferred choice for drive comfort. It is designed for those who crave beauty, performance, and safety. The Toyota Starlet delivers all of this with perfect value for your money. The Starlet is a 5-seater saloon car with ample legroom to minimize driving fatigue. So rush to buy a Toyota Starlet from any Toyota Ghana Company Limited showroom today and enjoy about 20,000 kilometers or 1 year of whichever one comes first, of free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Call Toyota Ghana Company Limited today on 0302 429 801 to 805 for further information. Terms and conditions do apply. Ghana drives Toyota Starlet.
And from the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, if you are starting a career, if you are building a family, if you are growing a business or planning your future, Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Every goal deserves a chance to flourish, and with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. So trust in the journey and understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. Together, let's turn your dreams into reality. We are here for your journey. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
And I'm sure you've heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies. Well, let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power, because Total Energies introduces Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You drive, experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality.
Discover MNC Group Global, your number one partner for real estate, mineral trading, as well as export, logistics, and food commodity trading. Now, with their global presence, they connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. You can trust them to maximize your value in every deal. Reach them at MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
Now let me tell you about the Access Bank Faketwa Beji Kesia promo. Simply deposit a minimum of 250 cedis into your new or existing Access Bank current or savings account to join the promo. Increase it to 5,000 Ghana cedis, 500 cedis or more, and qualify for a draw. For youth customers, those who have the solo accounts, spend 500 cedis or more with any Access Visa card and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. And you don't have to sit back. Deposit now, start the chance to win a share of the over 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5s, iPhone 16s, Chromebooks, and so much more. There are 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws. Remember that terms and conditions apply. The Faketwa Beji Kesia promo. Save now for the future and win big. For more information, go to ghana.accessbankplc.com or call 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
Now, are you looking for quality, premium, and affordable generator set, water pumps, mowers, and many more? Then let me introduce you to what? Useless, USULAS. Enterprise. You see us? Well, we sell brands like Cummins, Perkins, Caterpillar, Honda, Genset, and bigger and smaller plants available, suitable for hotels, guest houses, schools, restaurants, and everyone. We also have 500-watt solar generator, which is soundproof, which does not use fuel to operate. We do free installations and deliveries within Accra. We also have solar panels for homes and offices, which can be used during lights out. So locate us at Adringano Bridge, near 69 American House, Champong Junction, Baulishi, Newtown Junction, Ashalibotre, Social Welfare, Medina, and Adenta Ridge Junction. Call us on 0203 005 498 or 0248 169 258. So you can find them at Adringano Bridge, that's near 69 American House, at Champong Junction at Baulishi, Newtown Junction at Shalibuchi, and then Social Welfare in Medina, and Reds Junction at Adenta.
All right, I think now we all know how to tell whether we are using the right water tank or not. Just check. Is there a tortoise on it? If there isn't, then it's not the correct tank. All right, simple as that. The best tank for you is the Tortoise Tank, Syntex Tank, the champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex Tank has your back. So listen, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like the tortoise. Call 0244 335 168 and buy now, or you can find one of their 400 agents across the country. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
Kojo, something happened on Friday night around 1 a.m.
Yes.
I was leaving the house to go buy something.
Yeah.
And I saw a tortoise or a turtle, it could be any of them,
okay,
crossing the road in my neighborhood. As soon as I saw it, I said, Syntex, I was with two friends, they had come to help out. And we go, I was just no, Syntex.
Syntex now, Queen. Oh boy.
Yeah, at a point I wanted to go and grab it and put it in my house, but if you see wildlife, let them be.
Yes,
let them enjoy their space. You know. Anyway, let me tell you about the SG Ghana Yasaya Tisu loans promo. There's never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is making it possible. Their low interest loans are back. Yasaya Tisu. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on Controller and Accountant General's Department payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or you are already a customer of SG Ghana, this is your time. From now to the end of September 2025, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal or business needs and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates during the Asenya Teso loan promo. Join thousands of Ghanaians transforming their lives with the money they need at rates they love. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the Asenya Teso loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Syntax now, okay. All right, well, listen, make some time, pop into kingdomstoreonline.com for the best quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture, as well as stationery from Kingdom Books. Now, it's the best because they allow you to pay via Momo across all networks when you shop online, and they'll deliver to your home or office in very, very good time indeed. If you live in Accra or Tema, that delivery is also free. That's nice. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, let me give you this important shareholders update from GCB. To all valued shareholders, your trusted financial partner, GCB Bank, is committed to ensuring that your shares with them continue to thrive and yield positive returns. Having accurate contact information on you will enable the bank to communicate important updates and notifications regarding your shares directly to you. Now, GCB kindly requests that you update your records, that is your telephone number and your email address, with the bank to get regular, timely and relevant updates on your shares. To update your records, kindly visit any GCB Bank branch and you'll be assisted to do this. You may also access their website gcbbank.com.gh or the shareholders portal, that is ep.gcblimited.com:984/shareholders portal. It's quite long, but if you go to any GCB Bank branch, they'll help you. You can go through this simple process to update your records. Shareholders registered on the CSD may contact their brokers for the necessary records update to be done. With just a few simple steps, you can ensure a seamless experience and stay well informed about the progress of your shares. GCB, your bank for life.
All right then, so we've got sports coming up, we've got birthdays, we've got Uncle Abel White with food for thought. It's a packed one, it's Monday, and it's all put together for your benefit. Don't miss the big Hotline documentary as well. Oh, goodness. It's a big one. Stay with us.
Afternoon.
Oh, afternoon.
Please, Momo.
Deposit or withdrawal?
Withdrawal.
Ah, I like how you say withdrawal. How much?
500 Ghana.
Well, I'll cash out.
Yes.
I feel ball number no mami why.
0241 789.
Ah, nice one. Approve.
Please, the agent's name, is it Mipesika Bebre to Coin Ventures?
Hey, into what body you now?
She. My let into. I have to verify.
Always confirm the name of the person you are receiving money from before accepting a request. If you receive a request from a friend to send money to an unfamiliar number, call to confirm before taking action. Do not share your number with strangers for the purpose of receiving e-cash in exchange for physical cash, because the source could be criminal and result in legal actions against you.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC, blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Right then, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as
close as a partner. And Kojo, today is the birthday of Kwame Obinyakun, who's CEO of Third Eye Care Vision Center, and it's from a special friend. And best wishes from your APSU 2001 year mates.
Oh, he's an APSU as well.
Yes.
Correct APSU.
So it means that we can get into the Sports Center.
Let's do it. The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Franco Trading,
Steel Phone Papa.
FPAC blows your pain away. And of course, the football season continues beyond May, and all of the leagues are live and in HD on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And you know, she was born to innovate, lead, and inspire change, and she's an entrepreneur. She's Ghanaian, and her community is waiting for her next big move. And that's why Standard Chartered's Future Makers Women in Tech program exists, to give women entrepreneurs the platform to spark bold ideas, build thriving businesses, and drive real impact where it matters most. This year, we're going even further, making a deliberate push to include women entrepreneurs living with disabilities. Through these empowering initiatives, participants will gain a dedicated portfolio manager to help shape their businesses, their business growth journey, access to seed funding of up to $10,000 Ghana City equivalent, tailored master classes and invaluable mentorship opportunities, a vibrant alumni network of entrepreneurs across Africa and the Middle East. Are you ready to innovate, lead, and inspire? We're looking for women-led or owned businesses using technology to transform industries and empower communities. So visit scwomenintechgh.com to apply now and take your business to the next level. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Fentweezy!
Kojo, good to see you. Haven't seen you like forever.
I tell you.
Yeah, how you been?
I've been alright, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, very good to see you. Well, let me tell you this about some exciting news coming. For everyone looking to join the MTN family or grab an extra MTN SIM card, all MTN SIM cards are available for the incredible price of just 10 CDs. Yes, you heard that right. Only 10 CDs. Head down to any MTN service center, Connect store, or your nearest authorized community shop to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Remember, to purchase your new SIM card and get connected, all you need to bring is your valid Ghana card. It's that simple. Don't buy your SIM anywhere else for more than 10 Ghana cedis. So what are you waiting for? Experience the most amazing network when you join the Yellow family today. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center. Before we go on, of course, a massive happy birthday to Mrs. Akosia Dord. Today's your birthday, and yesterday was your 40th anniversary. So a belated 40th anniversary to you, Mr. Kofi Dord. Now, let's get down to business then.
Coutinho on his way. Here's Doué looking for his second and claiming his second. It's been a dream night for the 19-year-old who's been such a part of PSG over the years. Paris reign in 2025. The French champions are the European champions. They are UEFA Champions League winners 2025.
Yeah, history in Munich. Youngster Desiree Doué, he scored twice as PSG hammered Inter Milan 5-0 to finally lay their hands on the elusive Champions League trophy. Also in this bulletin,
excellent start from Doué. Rashid Saminu out in front trying to beat out Ajayi. Ajayi with a late push. Saminu, can he hold him up? Yes, he can. 1, 2, and 3.
National record. All I gotta say, alhamdulillah.
Huge national record for Abdul Rashid Saminu. In the men's 100 meters, he clocked a world-leading time of 9.86 to break the record that has been standing since 2022. We'll get into that. But first, Techiman 11 Wonders, they've secured a return to the Ghana Premier League after a 2-year absence. This was after they beat Real Tamale United 2-1 at the Accra Sports Stadium on Friday in the Division 1 League playoff final. Farouk Amia scored a dramatic late penalty to seal the victory after Babla Barmon also scored from the Sporting Councillor Frank Awari's first half opener. Speaking to Joy Sports after the game, 11 Wonders CEO Stephen Puro said qualification didn't come easy.
It's a difficult game. Meeting an RTU who just got relegated last season, still got some of his players, experienced players like I think Adam Telko, Gustavo Castro is a household name when it comes to Ghana football. Meeting some of these people, it is not going to be easy. But like I said, there was nothing that would stop us from doing it.
That's the Techiman 11 Wonders CEO. They joined Swedro All Blacks and Hoho United as the 3 teams to be promoted to the Ghana Premier League. And yet, the league title race this season is set for a dramatic finish with just 1 game remaining and 3 clubs separated by only 2 points. The Bibiani Gold Stars, they beat Brecum Chelsea 3-2 yesterday to move level on points with Nations FC at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Asante Kotoko's thrilling 3-2 victory over Mediama keeps them just 2 points behind the leaders. Gold Stars had the chance to finish the penultimate weekend 3 points clear of the chasing pack, but the Abrankesi-based club abandoned their match against Basake Holy Stars after a second penalty was awarded against them, having gone down 1-0 through an earlier penalty. The club later issued a statement explaining their decision and citing inadequate security and poor officiating as key reasons for walking off the pitch.
The level of officiating was extremely poor and fell well below the expected standard. Our president, Mr. Divine Chebuedu, and chairman, Dr. Kwame Che, were physically assaulted by home supporters. Pre-match agreement stipulated the deployment of 70 police officers for adequate security. However, fewer than 20 officers were present on the day, leaving our team and supporters vulnerable and exposed. Despite holding valid match tickets, our fans were unjustly denied entry into the stadium. Our accredited club videographer, who had full authorization from the Ghana Football Association, was prevented from recording the match by both supporters and officials of the home team, with the apparent support of the match commissioner. We strongly condemn these actions and call on the Ghana Football Association and all relevant stakeholders to investigate these incidents and take the appropriate disciplinary and regulatory measures.
And that's a statement from Nations FC, not Co-Stars as earlier indicated. Now the club's branch manager is Kennedy Boakye-Ansah. He later revealed that the club's owner and financier Kwame Che is now considering disbanding the team in response to the incident.
My issue is that if you want to beat the system, beat the team on fair grounds. I mean, we are beatable. You want to avoid relegation, but don't use promise to win your games. It's extremely unfair. And maybe to quote Dr. Kwame, maybe we might disband Nations FC and just forget about other football in this country. Because it's not worth it. For whatever we saw today and what we were subjected to, it's not worth being the other football. Maybe we might have to advise ourselves.
Kennedy Boakye-Ansah speaks for Nations FC. The Ghana Football Association has yet to comment on the matter. However, Joy Sports' Victor Achitamaklo explores the possible mitigating factors and what the Ghana Premier League regulations say about such incidents.
In their press statements, Nations raised safety concerns, including allegations that 2 of their directors, Dr. Divine Chebuedu and Dr. Kwame Che, were attacked. That may be a mitigating factor when determining whether or not to sanction them. But Joy Sports checks indicates that kickoff delayed after Nations made a formal complaint to the match commissioner about the number of security personnel present. On that subject, the Ghana Football Association has told Joy Sports that it was resolved after a head count confirmed that the security officers available were actually more than the 70 uniformed officers required. It is based on this that Nations decided to go ahead with the match. As far as sanctions go, the 2019 Premier League regulations are clear on what should happen in cases of forfeiture. Article 33, Section 1A says that any team that walks off the pitch or refuses to continue playing will be declared losers of the match. Additionally, the club shall lose 3 points from the accumulated points from previous matches. Section 5 also prescribes an additional fine of 5,000 Ghana cedis to be paid by the offending clubs, with 50% going to the opposing team, in this case, Basake Holy Stars. So that is what the law says.
That's Joy Sports' Victor Achitomaklo. So what looked like a first title coming to Nations FC could all fall apart as a result of yesterday's actions. We still await official communications from the Ghana Football Association on this matter. The 3 relegated teams from the Ghana Premier League have also been confirmed, with Accra Lions the latest after their 2-0 home defeat to Dreams FC, bringing an end to their 4-year top flight stint. On the final day, Gold Stars host Accra Lions. Nations FC, they face Heart of Lions at home, while Asante Kotoko play away to Vision FC. It's a rather unfortunate end to Accra Lions' stay in the Ghana Premier League only 2 years after they were acquired by German legends Luther Matthäus. Now, the Black Stars, they wrapped up the Unity Cup in emphatic fashion, crushing Trinidad and Tobago 4-0 to secure third places. Here's Otoado speaking after the game.
Got a lot of answers. It's always good to also look for the future, and I think some of the boys used their chances. They did really, really well, and surely we will continue to observe them. And for us, we played well in the last World Cup qualifiers, so the others who were not there, they also did well. So this makes the job hard for me at the end to decide in September, but we will still observe them, how they do in their clubs. And but yeah, today, like I said, I'm very, very satisfied.
That's Otoado. Jordan Ayew, Razak Simpson, Mohamed Husseini, Lawrence Hajakum, they were the ones that scored the goals for Ghana. In the final, Nigeria beat Jamaica on penalties to win the Unity Cup. That was after the game ended in a 2-2 draw. Otoado and his team will now turn their attention to September's World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. Meanwhile, the Black Queens, they blew away a 2-goal lead in the second half to draw 3-3 against Cote d'Ivoire on Friday in the first of 2 friendly games in the neighboring country. They are preparing for the Women's AFCON to be hosted in Morocco later this year. In athletics, Abdul Rashid Saminu set a new Ghana 100-meter record on Friday, clocking 9.86 seconds at the NCAA East preliminary round to qualify for the World Athletics Championships. And elsewhere, he of course missed the World Relays in China. He's now poised to be key for Ghana in their quest for a historic track medal at September's World Championships in Tokyo. Let's do Champions League now. On Saturday, teenager Desiree Doué scored twice to inspire Paris Saint-Germain to their first Champions League trophy with a crushing 5-0 victory over Inter Milan in Munich, the biggest winning margin in the final. Here in Ghana, we organized the biggest viewing party at the Aviation Social Center to climax the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2025 edition, where the fans gathered to watch the Champions League final. Razak Musbao has more.
The event brought together fans dressed in colorful jerseys representing their favorite clubs and countries in a lively celebration of football culture and entertainment. From the start of the day, there was non-stop excitement. 5-a-side football games, FIFA video game contest, photo opportunities and music from top DJs kept the energy high. FM presenters like Dr. Pounds, DJ Slim, Mekukwe and Dusty and DJ Black kept fans engaged with giveaways and fan challenges. The biggest highlight of the night came with a live viewing of the UEFA Champions League final between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan. The crowd watched with intense anticipation as PSG secured a historic 5-0 win, claiming their first ever Champions League title.
PSG, Papa PSG, amazing! Allez!
Ale. So congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. Here in Africa, Pyramids FC, it's a year of first. Pyramids FC, Egyptian side, they also claimed their maiden CAF Champions League crown with a 2-1 win over Mamelodi Sundowns, sealing a 3-2 aggregate victory on home soil. So congratulations to Pyramids FC as well, winning their first ever CAF Champions League crown. So it's been a season of first. The only club that didn't win a first Europa League title is Manchester United, but Chelsea won the first Conference League title. Crystal Palace a first FA Cup. Newcastle a first trophy in 40 years. There was Of course, Paris Saint-Germain winning a Champions League for the first time in their history. Only United, Spurs beat United to win the first Europa League. Only United, their first ever Europa League. Actually, they won one in 2016, but let's anyway, that's all the sports this morning at the Joy Sports Center. Back to you, Kojo.
Thank you, Fentio. It was nice seeing you on Saturday at the Aviation.
Let's
do it again next year. And thanks to all our sponsors and those who came.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's now time for Food for Thought. It's brought to you by Riverman Productions, Be the Difference, and Koba, Our Lives Simplified. Let's go on the line and talk to Uncle Lebo White. Good morning, Uncle Lebo.
Kojo, how are you doing? Good morning.
Uncle Lebo, I'm doing very well. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing great. And I can see that Fentio is at his mischief best.
As usual.
Fentio, leave Man alone.
Actually, we are just reporting facts. A season of first, Man U there, when they reach there, no, so wait.
You know, Uncle Lebo, I'm also a Man U fan. And it is said that Man U has been bad for years. So let them carry on so that it will bring us back on our feet.
Okay, well, I like the spirit with which you are taking it. But Fentio, sometimes bring your mischief down. I mean,
Uncle Lebo, Winston taught me. Winston taught me. I'm sad he's not here today, this morning. The way I met him,
all right. Fentio, have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You too.
Kojo, I am going to make a presentation. I'm going to make a presentation that if it doesn't get me in trouble, nothing will get me in trouble in Ghana.
Really?
So let me do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. No, I know that you know how. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's Chrome Hanum. No, idea about pet any bit me I get you in trouble. When you steal Ghana's money. Even that you go through the motions in court. So go ahead. Say whatever you want to say.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here I go. I love watching the game of politics in Ghana. I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure I understand the game yet, but I cannot get enough of it. And the more I watch it, the more respect I have for politicians in Ghana. I stand in awe of politicians in Ghana, and I know that I cannot do politics. I'll be a disaster in politics in Ghana. Even being out of politics, I find myself in trouble from time to time with the way I speak. If I were a politician, I would have put myself in trouble at every interview and at every campaign rally when I take the mic. If I were in politics and our political opponents wanted to make trouble for my party, all they would have had to do was to send a journalist to interview me on any topic, and I would say something they could use against me and my party. And this is the reason I respect politicians so much. I wish I could be like them, but I know deep down that I don't have what it takes to be one of them. And from my position as a spectator of the game of politics in Ghana, I have observed that to be a good politician, you should have verbal skills and be very articulate. And you should be very quick on your feet in verbal exchanges. Sometimes I watch a politician being interviewed and he's asked a very difficult and tricky question, and I am alarmed for him, and I think to myself, oh my God, this person is in trouble. And then I hear the answer the politician gives, and I find myself clapping for his verbal agility and gymnastics. I find that to be a good politician in Ghana, you should be smart with words, and you should know how to dodge a question and leave everyone thinking that you have answered it. That skill of being able to answer a question without answering it is amazing to me, but I know I cannot manage it. I hear politicians answer questions and I'm left asking, wow, did he know that the journalist was going to ask him that question? Now, I know that at press conferences, some politicians insist on knowing the questions ahead of time. But I also know that most of the interactions politicians have with the media is unplanned and unscripted. And those are the ones I'm referring to. So I would hear the answer a politician gives to a question, and I'm filled with so much admiration for him or for her, because I wouldn't have been able to come up with that answer that cleverly and that quickly. I am the kind of person who only discovers what the best answer to a question I have been asked is when the conversation or the interaction is over. I often find myself at home late at night, going over the day and kicking myself when it occurs to me that there was a far better answer I could have given to a question I had been asked during the day. But in the moment, that great answer eluded me. It always eludes me, but it never seems to elude our politicians. Corner a politician and he will leave you in that corner clapping for him with his verbal agility. From watching the game of politics, I also realized that to be a good politician, you have to have a thick skin. Or, as a politician said in the 90s, you have to be a stubborn cat. I wilt when I come under any kind of fire. If someone tells me that he did not enjoy my show, I immediately go into post-traumatic stress disorder. But I see politicians come under serious fire, and they are all smiles and go about their business as if nothing is going on. Me, on the other hand, if social media takes me on, or if you, Kojo, and your colleagues put me on the carpet, trust me, I am running to hide in Togo. The longer I watch the game of politics, the more I find myself wondering, how do people develop such thick skin? I desperately wish I knew how to develop a thick skin, because I believe that having one helps, at least in Ghana. But there's another quality vital to success in politics in Ghana that I know I don't have. It is the ability to switch your position on any matter, on any incident, depending on whether you are in power or you are in opposition. I find a politician speaking so passionately about a policy or even an incident, and he speaks with so much conviction and passion that I go, wow, this person really believes in this position. He's really committed to this position. Or his party is in power and the government does something against citizens, and I find this politician defending and justifying the action taken by the government. And he leaves me confused, because before I heard him justify the action, I thought it was an overreach by the government. But then I listened to him and I'm impressed and almost persuaded. Then the political fortunes change, and this same person is now on the other side of power. And I hear him speaking on the same matter, but now he is completely on the other side and does not even acknowledge that he had ever been against the situation or the policy or spoken for it. And he leaves me and he speaks with even more fervor than he did when he was justifying or defending that incident or policy. That intellectual agility to see something as wrong when there is, and then when there is elections, suddenly to see the same thing as great, that intellectual facility leaves me in awe. I will not be able to make that switch that easily and that comfortably. But these politicians we have in Ghana have no problem accomplishing that on a regular basis. But from watching the game of politics, I wish I could give one piece of advice to these politicians I respect so much, but I hesitate to give it. I mean, who am I to advise a group of people who are obviously way ahead of me in depth and smartness? But I really wish I had the courage to give this one piece of advice. But I don't have the courage. But if I could master the courage, this is what I wish I could tell them. Please don't get caught in the web of your earlier statements. I don't know what happens to our politicians, but from my simple mind and not fully understanding the game I'm watching, I find that politicians speak and act as if they have forgotten that they will not stay in power forever. And that if they are in opposition, they will not be in opposition forever. So these clever politicians tend to make statements that come to haunt them when the political winds change. I wish they could watch their words and the positions they take, knowing that the times would and could change. I'm surprised at how often politicians are caught in the web of their earlier statements. It is interesting to find politicians criticize something whilst in opposition, and when they come to power, they become guilty of the same thing they had criticized. And I ask myself, why is that possible? Do they forget that they had what they had said earlier? I wish that those who speak against something will be the first to avoid that thing when they are in power. But then again, who am I to advise smart politicians? Maybe it is all part of the game of politics, and I simply don't understand the game. And I have a lot to learn. I know that. Anyway, that is the one advice I wish I had the courage to give politicians. But then, as I said, I don't have that courage. So I think I better end my presentation here and not waste anyone's time presuming that I could advise those smarter than me, because our politicians are way smarter than I could ever be. God bless our politicians and long live the game of politics in Ghana. And Kojo, that's my presentation this morning.
God bless our politicians. Amen. Long live the game of politics. I won't say amen too, because they are not doing the politics right. The politics must transform our lives. And you know, the reason why you think you cannot be a politician, Uncle Ibo, is because you care and you're a man of integrity. If you promise A, you want to deliver A. So if you're unable to do that, it would worry you. I don't think a lot of our politicians are worried when they have to deliver and they don't deliver. That's why it makes it easy for them.
That's the thing I find interesting. The politicians I know are men and women of integrity. What happens when they enter the game, I have no idea.
That means their fundamentals are questionable, and the integrity they had before the game actually may not have existed.
By the way, the word you just used, fundamentals, is a political word in Ghana.
Uncle Ibo, thank you so much for this morning. And if I had my way, I would have this played at orientations for political groups and politicians, so that when they start their journey, they listen to this and pick some food for thoughts. And hopefully we can build Ghana the way we want it. Thank you so much and enjoy the day.
And thank you and have a fantastic week.
You too, Uncle Ibo. That was Food for Thoughts, brought to you by Roverman Productions. There is a new play coming. I'll tell you more about that play. But it's now time for Business Minute, which is brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electrical Engineering Limited, the generator experts. More oil marketing companies are expected to reduce prices of petroleum products at the pumps beginning this morning. Beverage manufacturing firm Blochem Industries, producer of Belacqua mineral water and other beverage products, has announced a reduction in its prices as a result of the city's appreciation. The Ghana Airport Company and Civil Aviation Authority have announced the extension of operational hours for the Prempeh International Airport and the Tamale International Airport beginning this month. And China says the US has severely violated their trade truce and that it will take strong measures to defend its interests. China's Ministry of Commerce said Washington had seriously undermined the agreement reached during talks in Geneva last month, when both countries lowered tariffs on goods imported from each other. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
You are still live on the Super Morning Show. And just got by was the Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services. There's a lot happening in the country, you know, and we are going to bring you updates of all these stories as well on the Super Morning Show. Wumi is still in the news. Today we'll get to know what's happening with the arrest, whether he'll be giving the bail he so deserves, because per the law, he has to get a fair treatment by the system. We'll bring you updates on that. tomorrow will be the anniversary of the June 3 disaster. There's a lot that has happened over the years. Are we really fixing Ghana the way we want? Are we putting in place the strategies and the systems to keep us safe in our cities? There's a lot more on that coming up this week here on the Super Morning Show. But let me tell you about Roverman Productions. They are new. Roverman, no. Arno Dawson. Roverman R Munu Productions R Bako. So
Roverman R Munu.
R Munu.
Roverman.
Let me tell you about Roverman Productions. Their new production in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM. It's an Uncle White special titled Love on the Ropes. Now, on their wedding anniversary, the fighting gloves were laced. Don is a retired boxing champion turned politician who has spent years guarding a secret that is potent enough to destroy his marriage. Aisha is his wife. She's bold, she's brilliant, she's an influencer and social media sensation, and she wants the truth from her husband. And she wants it live, like Philly on her podcast with thousands watching. What begins as a celebration of love becomes a dramatic showdown. Now, Love on the Ropes shows at the National Theatre on June 27th, 28th and 29th, and July 6th, 7th and 8th. Showtimes are Fridays at 7 p.m, 1 show only, Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m, 2 shows only, and Sundays at 1 p.m, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, from now till 15 June, you buy an early bird ticket for the show at 250 cedis only on the Koba short code *365 *535#. And the price of the ticket will revert to the usual 300 Ghana cedis after the promo. So you have between now and 15th of June to get your early bird tickets for 250 Ghana cedis. You can also buy tickets on the Roverman app of Roverman's website. The website, that is rovermanproductions.com. For enquiries and large purchases, call 050-554-6010 or send your WhatsApp to 050-554-6030. Muina, you better mo Aisha. Make me say website. I'll say bra Kojo. Kojo Fasoho. Love on the Ropes is brought to you by Koba Gino Jollof Mix and Tilly's Tea. Communication partner is M Notify and Logistic Movers. Roverman Productions, be the difference.
Mr. Akoto today. Website.
But Kojo, I have a quick question for you. You know, over the weekend I was at a funeral. And had the shock of my life. You know, when the Obrafo is moving around and he puts his sword on your lap, so puts it, you know, it means that you have to do something.
Yeah.
So this Obrafo drops there, this thing, and my friend says, Obrafo, obeji mumuana. I thought the Obrafo was going to say no. Osemeji.
Obeji mumu.
Then the guy starts, you know, he starts taking out the sword, everything. 025. Then he puts out the number and they send him the mumu. Now in the night, we met again at my friend's house. Then Obrafo came and said, won't kai me. Many Obrafo. I was surprised that, you know, normally you would drop some money when my friend says, oh, Charlie, I'm first now. Obeji mumu ana. You'd expect the guy who would say, oh, David. Let's say Obrafo no know digital.
Obrafo no say what he has to do is to write his momo number on the sword. So that whenever he puts it on anybody's laps, the person will see the momo number straight away.
Charlie. Anyway.
Well, there's a lot happening in the country. We've brought you updates on the Ken Ofori-Atta matter. Whether we are going to have a virtual session or not, we are yet to know.
No, the virtual session, you know, is saying that the law that Frank Davies was quoting is actually for civil cases.
That's the Electronic Communications
Act
2008.
And I'm told that we do virtual hearings only for civil cases. Witnesses in criminal cases may also be heard virtually, but never the accused.
Okay.
So witnesses in criminal cases may be heard virtually, but not the accused. So in this case, Ken is the accused. Okay?
And the OSP cannot make any special arrangement for Ken in this case?
Nope.
So I guess the point is that it's not an option under our existing laws, right?
For the accused.
Okay. That's interesting. I recall when this matter first came out that the Special Prosecutor's Office gave us a briefing on why they needed Ken Ofori-Atta to attend in person. And they were quite clear that the stage that the matter had got to required his physical presence. In the past, they were able to go ahead with their investigations and communicate with him by whatever means, whether electronic or by letter or whatever. But it has now got to the point where the man needs to be present at the office. And that is the procedure.
You know,
Kojo,
there's something on my mind. If I'm involved in a case of national interest, and I cannot be present physically, I would instruct my lawyers or my legal team to update the institution I'm supposed to meet regularly, so that they would know that I'm taking the issue serious, and that if I could, I would be there. So far, the lawyer said that they notified the OSP on the 27th of May that Ken could not come physically.
That was last week.
Yes, and I asked if they had been in contact with the OSP over the period, and he said no. And that worries me a little bit, because this is a big issue. Ken has his name to clear. The OSP also needs to get to the bottom of this for Ghanaians to know whatever the issues are and to give Ghanaians closure. So it's anyway. There's a lot more coming. Big stories on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies, and Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
So Telecel Cash, your secure and convenient cash platform, is still offering the lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is still free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you're paying school fees or sending cash to your favorite people, send the keke.
Whether you're sending to the Obrafo,
send the keke. Make payment to all other networks. Anyway, cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today. Now send the keke. Telecel.
Ms. Akoto, very soon Obrafo will have a website.
Yes.
All right, welcome to Seamless Banking with the Prudential Bank mobile app. You can perform instant transactions like mobile money wallet, link mobile money wallets.
Hold on. Start again.
Link me who like I don't know.
No, start again. You start.
And you want to cry like that. I said you can perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallets. You can scan GHQR payment codes, and you can manage your cards, your transfers between banks, and you can do much more. No more banking hours. Experience simple, secure, and convenient banking whenever you want, wherever you are, 24/7. Download the PBL mobile app now from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and of course from Huawei App Gallery. Visit the Prudential Bank website or social media platforms for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
And coming up later this morning on the Super Morning Show, we bring you Bleached Babies, The Cost of Beauty. It's produced by Kojo Yankson. It's a hotline documentary. There are mothers who are taking pills when they have their children still in their wombs, with the expectation of having fairer and more beautiful children, right? There are mothers who give birth and apply all sorts of chemicals to their babies just so they can have more beautiful children,
and more beautiful in quotes. Let's be clear.
Yeah. And it's a big worry, because if you look at the data, there are a lot of people bleaching in this country. I was looking at the import numbers of some of these creams, and we're importing millions of Ghana cedis of some of these creams, even though they are banned through all sorts of channels. And this morning we bring you this hotline documentary. We want to have this conversation with you, because we are talking about galamsey and the fact that mercury and all sorts of substances are getting into our water to kill us. That one is people doing it, and it's impacting on us. But in this Bleached Babies documentary, you realize that our own choices, out of love, out of affection for our children, we are applying chemicals and putting their lives in danger. It's coming up here on the Super Morning Show, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Telecel Cash has the lowest transfer charges ever in Ghana. Send a keke with Telecel Cash. You for sort out your old boy? Send a keke. Your girl they bill you? Send a keke. Merchant payment? Send a keke to all networks. T-Cash agents in Swaji baby. You won't buy some 1212? Send a keke. And even better, T-Cash to T-Cash transfers are still free on the Telecel Play app. Telecel Cash is a secure and convenient platform for cash transfers across all networks and anywhere mobile money transactions are made. Dial *110# to send money at the lowest charges ever, or download the Telecel Play app to send cash to T-Cash wallets for free. Telecel Cash. Send the keke.
On the go, night or day. BBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. BBL app making banking so clear.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and
Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
EcoBank Mobile to make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile to make me craze. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin chain. In my Brahmin chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
You are still live on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's about 16 minutes past 8. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. I'm here with Kojo Yankson, Winston, Kofi Amoah. And later today we bring you Bleach Babies, the Cost of Beauty. If you're a mother and you love your child so much, and because you want your child to be beautiful, in certain cases you want your child to be accepted, because there's this grandmother who has this love for fairer kids, so your sister probably has a fairer child and you want the competition to be fair, so you bleach your child. Sometimes you don't know, but you know, and the problem is this is not happening only to the people who don't know. There are people who know, people who have gone to school. There are people listening to me right now, like you, who are also doing it. Now the thing is, it's not just going to affect them, it's going to affect all of us, because these children grow up to be a part of the society. They are going to have all sorts of health implications which impact our national health spending. So money that must go into item A for all of us must be rechanneled into item B to take care of them too. So there's stress on you, stress on your taxes, and generally this isn't something we love. Now, a wise man I know once said that if you have the capacity and the ability to take your child to Harvard, for example, make sure you build that same capacity to the next for the next child. Because if your child goes to Harvard and becomes a CEO, the other child you didn't help train very well would become the secretary or even the driver. Imagine spending all this money on your child just for a secretary to frustrate their business every day, or for the driver to drive recklessly and injure your child or kill your child. So when something is happening around the country and we bring it up, we want it to be a national conversation. We want you to be involved. There are these people in your neighborhoods. There are these people in your workplace. How do we work together to stop this issue of bleaching, number one, and importantly, bleaching of babies? The cost of beauty on us is just so much that we need to work together, and that's what we are bringing to you this morning. And your social media messages on the Super Morning Show, they are brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief. Send us your messages on 055 1111997. What do you think we should do together? What can you do on your own to help us fight this issue of bleach babies? How do we fight this? How do we approach it? Do you have any thoughts to share with us? Have you experienced it? If you've applied any of these skin toners, bleaching creams and all, what has been the effect on your life? Did this solve any problems for you? Or they've rather created problems for you? Share with us 055 1111997. Hashtag Joy SMS. We'll be ready to read your messages. Happy blessed birthday to Kwame Obenya, CEO of Third Eye Care Center. It's from your friend and all your APSU mates. And happy birthday to you, the Executive Council of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, Mr. Emmanuel Cherry. This is from your whole team to you and from the council. And the message is that your bold leadership and relentless drive continue to elevate Ghana's construction landscape. And they celebrate you, not just your birthday, but the incredible force you are in the industry.
Like Kalani Efe. Omuya tuntumi sa enya mefe. I'm a use of Parazo. I'm a bleach of Parazo.
Parazo, like how do they do it?
I'm mada lo Parazo le chame ba he ni ame ba pale raw. Na mo pa ho ame chumi heat me. Mo 30 minutes. Wo 30 minutes la chaba chale. Wo ke je ko ebe ke ajue. Make mo nke acid fio futo ame mumi.
So a mother puts a child in a room for 30 minutes, puts Parazone in water, heats it up for it to heat up the baby in a room. And the end result is that they want a fairer baby, a much more beautiful baby. You know Parazone, right? We use it to clean stubborn stains on the floor, but it's being applied to the skin of a child. How do we solve this problem? Your thoughts are welcome. 055 1111997. Now, every day people face different emergencies, police emergencies, fire emergencies, medical emergencies, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here is one you'd want to remember. It's *770# is the EcoBank money emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. We're expecting fuel prices to drop this week. We'll be giving you updates on that during the week here on the Super Morning Show. Wontumi is still in the news. Will he get the chance to go home today? More coming up also in our news bulletins and on Joy 99.7 FM. Will Ken meet the OSP today? Will the OSP put him on the list of wanted persons again? What are you expecting from this whole thing?
I think I have had experience with mothers seeking to bleach the newborns. What I haven't encountered so much is people trying to bleach the baby whilst it's inside of the womb. That I haven't personally had an encounter with mothers like that, but I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies.
Would you do it? And the men, what's our role in this? Is it a decision of the woman when it comes to the children? From pregnancy to childbirth to the early stages of the child. My friends, what are we doing to help the woman and actually help our children? Do you go with your wife to antenatal visits? Do you have these conversations? Do you pay attention to know that the woman is not applying or taking any medication or any pills that will affect your child and ultimately affect your family's fortunes? Because any health issues would require you to, put out some money, bring up some cash. What are the men doing in this case? What is your responsibility? I want to hear from you as well. This is the Super Morning Show. Going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
I used to stress about where to receive my advertisement card and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Funes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you. Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Serial Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Serial at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Serial Nano 3 EVs. The Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Serial EV. Go electric.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
For you, are you?
Activate a brand new lifestyle in your life by getting a brand new car from VW Ghana. They are offering you the Virtuous Highline, the Tiguan Life, Amarok pickup, and they are giving you all these at used car prices. Where is the pride in driving an old used car when you could purchase a brand new VW at the same price? Same price, same price. So activate that brand new life. Just walk into any VW retail outlet with your used car budget, and you may drive out a brand new car. Take advantage now. VW, rise and thrive. Drive VW, drive Ghana. Hurry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. Call them on 025-795-6688 for more information and get to drive any of these brand new cars that you can get for used car prices. Now, Anointed is giving you generators to take you through life, to take you through your business, and to make every day reliable for you. They have 24-hour emergency services, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, sales of tower lights, and a whole lot more for you. If you buy a new generator, they give you 5-year warranty. So call them on 0243-480-334-0540-109-493 and find them at the head office number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway. Talk to Anointed today and get your generators. And the Absa Assure account is giving you a lot more, a whole lot more. It's not just a bank account, it's a banking product that gives you a chance to have more than you expect. They give you domestic and commercial accident insurance cover, hospitalization benefits, permanent disability benefits, death cover, and a bundle of essential banking services all for a single fee. No multiple payments, just one fee for everything. If you want more, talk to Absa today and sign up to the Absa Assure account and get to enjoy more. Your story matters with Absa. It's 30 minutes past 8. It's time for the Hotline documentary for today. And it's on bleach babies. A lot of mothers are bleaching their babies, and the cost of that is enormous. Why do they do that? Why must they do that? How can we solve this problem? How can we get together and fix this? This documentary is produced by Akoto, and it's your Hotline documentary for today. Let's listen to this, and we'll come back and have a conversation about this, and together find a way forward.
Skin bleaching among children, a disturbing trend festering in Ghana.
Upo mwa like kala ni efe. Omu ya tuntumi sa enya mife.
A fashion craze now falls to newly born babies and children as young as 3 years.
I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies, and some think there will be suspicion of infidelity. Others want some designer babies that have a particular color and therefore want to do anything to get the baby to get fairer.
Banned skin lightening creams containing toxic ingredients are being applied to tone children's skin and make them socially acceptable.
When they are like 3 years, 4 years going, that's when the parents, those who don't have knowledge about, that's where they start bleaching them.
This is happening in many parts of the country. But we begin our investigations in Choko, which is home to thousands of people. The people here are mostly fisher folks and traders. The puzzle here is why some parents in Choko are risking the health of their children just to make their skin lighter than when they were born.
Upo mwa like kala ni efe. Upo mwa omu ya tuntumi sa enya mife. Nti enya nkubia nsu na midislanu light one. ebena ni kala na da ofan na enye kokopa na diom so ema omubody mbom so nti uslan pana oyo kokopa onye fan de bia na oba fam nkunu ndine so nti enye nku bia na ya ye nkwala nko a ni kala be fan nenso uslan pa kokopa ni body ntumi ba ni si de bia na oya nipa kese onenso nkunu nti de bia oya kitwa body ni ntumi njina ni so.
Caro has 2 children, and she's a fishmonger. Caro believes beauty is incomplete if a person's skin is dark. So, she has consistently managed to turn her dark skin tone and made it lighter.
Mi uso obi ye kokoye mi fe. Nti na mi so. Mr. na mi so mi pe koko pa light one.
Na o mama no papa o me ye koko.
Devi. Mi mama ye tuntu, mi papa nsi ye tuntu.
Na we say obane papa or ye koko.
Yeah, onye koko nensu ni nana ye koko.
Her children were born with their natural dark African skin tone. But Caro has not been happy with that. So when they were only 3 years old, she started applying skin toning creams and substances on the children just so they would fit in their community's definition of beauty, light skin.
O min slanu neso start ko school na Mr.
O she school ase time ben odi mfie sen no she school ase
3 years.
Itu sha se extra no ho free 3 years eko. Enku ben na ode stra no.
Almost skin light.
Skin light no one kasa so de serebi.
Debi mimi esun kwa mi sumisila.
Na enku ben na wo de stra.
The cream is called Skin Light, one of the popular skin lightening creams on the Ghanaian market. Its active ingredients are hydroquinone, mometasone, and tretinoin. Hydroquinone belongs to the class of skin lightening agents that work by decreasing the amount of melanin that is responsible for the darkening of the skin. But these ingredients would one day leave its users with grave health conditions, including kidney failure, liver challenges, and skin cancer. Reason the Food and Drugs Authority has banned some of these skin lightening creams.
For some, it's deliberate. It's intentional. They know what they are doing. They want their children to be fair. That's why they use these cosmetic products. Because they also contain skin lightening agents, which are toxic when they are used over a long time. As we talk, hydroquinone containing skin lightening cosmetics are not permitted as cosmetics anymore by the FDA Ghana. It can be sold as medicinal products in pharmaceutical outlets because of the need of this ingredient for certain skincare conditions.
Caro says she's aware of the long-term use of these products and the implications for her children, but she has found an unorthodox way around it. For a fishmonger, the cost of the bleaching creams is a huge drain on her income.
Why natural?
Obi anche. Mi na mi ko se mi pen ko a. Mi di best la o. Nti mi ana mi ko toy. Enu bi na ni na nasila. Nti mi ana mi ko toy.
Aya onye worry say bia ode nkuni sra mo a ingredient ne betimi aha mo dache.
Enu de minim. Say betimi aha mo. Nenso anopa mi slow mu zanaju mu sla powder edida anopa no mo sla anaju powder.
But she's not the only one neck deep in this creeping public health threat. Another mother who pleaded anonymity says keeping the skin of children fair is a big deal to many parents here in Choco. According to her, some mothers go to the extent of using a hydrochloride bleach.
I'm a use of parazole. I'm a bleach of a parazole.
Parazole, like, how do they do it?
I'm mad, I love parazole and chame bahe. ni ame ba kpale raw na me kwa ho ame chumi heat me to 30 minutes e 30 minutes la chaba chale o ke je ko e be ke ajue make me ke acid fio futo ame mumi ni ame ke po ame kona fe na me achu
usually like atekpa beken bibi ahe alo
para most para zo le akekpa beken bi shi mu jime ni na wa na akekpa beken bi bona e wa na beken bi ne da ko ikule ina stretch marks e bi feel red.
She lists the many banned creams that are used in the lightening of the skin of children. She says lightening the skin of their children is considered a status symbol.
Usually
mere creams ni kefio ame use.
Usually I'm use Skin Light, Pawpaw, Viva White, Pure Skin, Gold Skin, Pure White Gold.
Head of Cosmetics at the Food and Drugs Authority, Emmanuel Nkrumah, says hypochlorite, popularly known as Parazole, is not designed to touch the skin. Using such a bleach could be extremely harmful to children.
Parazole, that's the name that's been given to it, but it's a brand. The actual name is bleach. That is hypochlorite bleach. Hypochlorite bleach is not made to touch the skin, right? It's for floors, surfaces, to disinfect surfaces. And it's a very harmful chemical. It's even in that category, it's one of the high-risk categories in this class. And so when you use such a product on your skin, it's very dangerous. Even when you are using it to clean the floor, there are very serious precautions as to the protective clothing or hand gloves, etc. that you have to use, and the mode of use and application is also clearly indicated on the label. It's very important, and it has to be followed. So it's not a skin care product or preparation.
Some people usually associate fair skin with beauty, purity, and affluence. Though studies on bleaching of the skin of children in Ghana are limited, the World Health Organization reveals that more than a third of the population tone their skin. Bleaching of the skin is present in many African countries, with Mali pegged at 25%, while 77% of the Nigerian population use skin enlightening products. Gynecologist and former Deputy General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, Titus Bayo, says some nursing mothers are engaged in bleaching their newborn babies. He provides an insight into why such mothers engage in the act.
I think I have had experience with mothers seeking to bleach the newborns. What I haven't encountered so much is people trying to bleach the baby whilst it's inside of the womb. That I haven't personally had an encounter with mothers like that, but I've had mothers who've had concerns about the color of or the complexion of their newborn babies. And some think there will be suspicion of infidelity. Others want some designer babies that have a particular color and therefore want to do anything to get the baby to get fairer.
He, however, paints a grim and worrying impact of the practice, one that's irreversible.
I mean, you can imagine the very obvious health consequences. Some do know about them. I doubt anybody will be completely ignorant that there are health risks associated with bleaching they themselves and the newborn. And for those who are not aware, they must know that there are serious health consequences to the mother that is doing the bleaching, especially if you are an expectant mother and you are bleaching whilst you are still pregnant. That has even more catastrophic effects on you, right from all the steroid issues. The baby could come out with symptoms of virilization, where if it's like a female fetus, depending on what was used for the bleaching, it can have male features as a baby, and sometimes may lead to a phenomenon we call medical terms ambiguous genitalia, where at birth it may even be a little difficult for the doctors or birth attendants to identify the sex of the baby, because if you are using some steroids and they are the male type of steroids and they are in excess, you can have the clitoris of a female baby becoming so big that you may think it's the male phallus.
In 2018, the Food and Drugs Authority raised a public health alert over expectant mothers relying on cosmetic pills to bleach their unborn babies. Dr. Emmanuel Nkrumah is head of cosmetics at the authority.
Glutathione has a way of doing that, but the glutathione itself is not registered as a cosmetic product to be used for skin lightening, because anything that you take in, whether oral or you inject, ceases to be a cosmetic product. It turns to be a drug, because the pathway is different from that of a cosmetic product.
There are fears some women are now resorting to intravenous bleach, where chemicals are injected into the bloodstream. The agents of this practice are the beauty and cosmetics clinics dotted in cosmopolitan neighborhoods. The investigative team engaged some of these clinics, and this is how much they charge per session.
Skin
it's not a drip that will bleach you. It will just train you for like 2 months the skin. But you have to do for particular sections. Bleed is not gonna, God forbid anything happens, you're always gonna blend with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also, you know, it's fluid. We're mixing it with 500 ml of fluid. I don't want to overfill her.
Okay.
Especially because she's pregnant also.
Dr. Bayu notes that the springing up of these clinics is worrying. He observed that bleaching through intravenous bleaching substances has far-reaching implications for every part of the body.
I think we should be very concerned about it, and I'm hoping that the regulatory agencies would quickly step in. Here I'm talking about the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, I'm talking about the FDA and other regulatory authorities that are in this space, because I mean, not even to expectant mothers, to anybody at all, there are risks of these medications. And now it's bleaching has gone high-tech.
Former Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Nsiasari, believes the time to crack down on the operations is now.
I don't believe they are actual clinics. Most of them, I'm sure, are beauty parlors and beauty salons. I'm also worried about it because I see people even advertising boldly. And now everybody puts stethoscopes around the neck and this thing. So we are not even sure, I'm not very sure if it's owned and manned by health professionals. Anybody who goes into the body of the person, into the vein, or give any medication should be qualified to do so. So I know that HEFRA, which regulates such clinics, hospitals, maternity homes, and hospitals, some of us have asked them to go around and find out if these areas are actually registered.
Mr. Nkrumah's worry, however, is that many of the active ingredients in these skin lightening creams have been banned by the FDA and are toxic for its users.
That practice is not permitted, because if it is, then the Medical and Dental Council will have to approve either the individual who is doing that practice as a professional who has the requisite education and background to do that, or the facility will also have to be licensed by HEFRA to be able to do that. Then it means the details of whatever practice that goes in there has been seen and approved by the regulators for that matter. So if you are not in any of these categories, then you don't qualify to do that, because whatever is being done is clinical in nature. So it has clinical implications, and it has to be done by a qualified professional to be able to do that.
Back in Choco, many residents have expressed concern over this craze. It's become a popular culture that's been practiced even among children. Kojo Yankson, whose sisters have bleached the skin of the children, is not happy with the act.
They are not aware of that. So because some people end up, when you see the body, like some after 15 years of bleaching, you end up, you see your body is very thin. Since you've bleached, the first layer is of that sort, then you see you end up seeing your veins, you see the veins, and then sometimes too, when there is a cut somewhere, it takes time to heal your wound. Then sometimes your face end up becoming some black green, some kind of colors.
Former Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Nsiasari, argues that parents do not have the right to bleach their children. He says there are sufficient laws available to provide protection against practices that are inimical to the safety of the children.
The parent doesn't have that right. That's why the government and the legal systems are there to protect the innocent child. The child is not at the age to take decision for him or herself. For a care, he wants to be black, even darker. Now, even those who are white outside, they are trying to become dark. They go to the sun beaches to go and tan themselves. Some of them are now writing and coloring themselves. You will not even know if he's a black person or not. So allow the child to grow to the legal age, and the child will take his or her own decisions.
This is a dangerous phenomenon for both the children and parents. As the echoes of these stories linger, we are left with a sobering truth. The pursuit of lighter skin comes at a devastating cost to health, to identity, and to generations yet unborn. Behind every bottle of bleaching lotion and every bar of whitening soap lies a deeper wound inflicted by societal pressures and misguided ideals. But this cycle can be broken. The beauty of Ghana is not found in lighter or darker shades. It is found in the resilience of its people, the richness of its culture, and the pride in its heritage. It is found in the courage to say enough, to protect our children from harm, and to embrace the beauty of every skin tone. As we close this chapter, let this documentary be more than a story. It must be a call to action, a call for education, for policy change, and for collective efforts to uplift and celebrate the true essence of African beauty. Together, we can ensure that no child ever feels they must alter their skin to be worthy of love, respect, or acceptance. Let the light of self-love shine brighter than any shadow cast by colorism. For Ghana, for Africa, and for the world, it's time to heal.
We get to figure out how to solve this problem and create a better system where we appreciate our babies, we appreciate our color, and not throw all sorts of chemicals into their system. Now, we'll be reading some of your messages, but I would want to start with this particular one before I go for the break and come back for us to have this detailed conversation. Kwame says that, you see, when bleach is heated, it decomposes, releasing toxic chlorine gas and other volatile compounds such as chloramines. These are carcinogenic, means they can cause cancer. And clearly, this is the part of the upsurge of skin cancer we see. Are we normal? So this didn't start today. It's been going on for years, and from Kwame's experience, this is one of the reasons why we are seeing a lot of skin cancers in the country, and we always have to find money to take care of these things, and it's not stopped. It's still going on. So we really need to solve this problem. Let me go on the phone and talk to my very good friend, Dr. Hilda Mantibia Boy, President of the Pediatric Society of Ghana. We also have Dr. Titus Bayo on the line. He's a member of Parliament's Health Committee, and for years he's been a specialist working on all sorts of cases. And we also have Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah, Head of Cosmetics at the FDA, and I believe Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah is also a dermatologist. They are joining us on the show. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, to those in the studio and to the listeners as well.
Let me start with Dr. Hilda Mantibia Boy. You are the president of the Pediatric Society. In your practice, how widespread is this issue of bleached babies?
So I'll just generalize to the children in particular. Unfortunately, I do not have data for the bleaching of babies, as in like the newborns or whose mothers have taken medications to bleach them. But in our practice, so anecdotally, let's say about 2 out of 10 children who come into the consulting room, then it could be more, often show signs that they are being bleached, or parents are using a skin lightening agent or product on their skin.
2 out of 10 children that come to your
consulting
rooms.
In the outpatient setting, and so this is anecdotal. It could be more, and depending on the area or which facility these children are being seen, the numbers could be more. We will need research or data, like specifically collected, to know the exact figures. But from practice, this is what I have seen.
Are we seeing these more in the rural areas or the urban areas?
So it will be good to have actual research data that has been collected. But again, when we have done outreaches in rural communities, we have seen that there too, children are being bleached, or skin lightening products are being used on the children. But to be able to say on authority, we will need actual data, and it's difficult to compare to say whether it's more there or here without this data.
When you engage the mothers, what reasons do they give you for bleaching their babies?
Typically, in our communities, you have people who are fair skin being preferred in a way. They tend to be on the billboards. They tend to get more opportunities or get favored and look prettier in the eyes of many people. So parents then want their children to also become fair. And often they are bleaching themselves because they prefer their fair skin color. And these are some of the reasons why they bleach their children, often not being aware of the harmful effects that the skin bleaching can cause, especially for the children.
Now, I know that pregnant women come for antenatal, and some when they are done, they come for postnatal sessions as well. Do we include some of this education in engaging expectant mothers and nursing mothers and mothers in general to know the effects of this?
When we have the opportunity to, so there have been a number of educational sessions on television and radio on the skin bleaching, the harmful effects. At the postnatal visits, or when they come to see us, especially when we see signs, we educate the mothers. And also some of the talks during the OPD, when the parents or mothers are waiting for the children to be seen, we also do educate as general education on skin bleaching and why they shouldn't bleach the children. For the antenatal bit, the obstetrician gynecologist will be the best to speak to this, although I suspect that they also touch on it during the antenatal care.
Let me talk to Dr. Emmanuel, Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah, head of cosmetics at the FDA. You are a dermatologist, so you also understand this issue deeply. I know that in 2017 we banned some of these products. In fact, almost all these bleaching agents, we banned them. But why do we still have them in our system? Why do mothers, people still have access to these banned products?
Okay. Hello. Thank you very much. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Nkrumah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. For clarity, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm a regulatory officer with the FDA.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
But
for that.
I'm part of the dermatology. I'm a member of the Dermatology Association of Ghana.
Okay.
Now, thank you for the opportunity. The FDA, through its activity and continuous education, monitoring, chance on best information in 2015, it was also part of the reason why we needed to place emphasis on the fact that hydroquinone is not a cosmetic product and is not permitted to be used as such. So we placed the emphasis on that, did a lot of public education, and it was through the public education that we got the information from people in the rural areas and even the urban areas that people have taken up the habit of bleaching their children. And so the question was, why are you bleaching? Some people say that it's the cream we use. We know it's for that purpose. And we also use it for our children.
Mr. Nkrumah, there's a bit of noise in your background. I don't know whether you're on the road or not. If you can get into a
Yes,
quieter
I'm
place
on the road. Let me park.
Okay. Okay, so we are talking about bleached babies, the cost of beauty here on the Super Morning Show. We have on the phone Dr. Hilda Mantibia Boy, President of the Pediatric Society, Dr. Titus Bayo, he's a member of Parliament Health Committee, and Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah, Head of Cosmetics at the FDA. We want to understand the products that have been banned and why they are still in the market and they are being used. Mr. Nkrumah, can you hear me? Please go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Is it clear now?
Perfect now.
Okay, thank you very much. So the emphasis, we keep doing this publication, trying to inform Ghanaians on the harmful effects of these products. Even for adults, there are implications, there are health conditions, and long-term effects. And exposure to even the sun has a very harmful effect on the skin, let alone babies. You see, babies are such that they have a very delicate skin. And even products, you see, there are various product categories purposely made for babies. Skincare products, creams, lotions, hair cleansing, body cleansing, and all that. Even some babies are so sensitive that products that have fragrance, they react. Let alone a harmful ingredient like hydroquinone. And some of these products, the hydroquinone is not even 2%. It's more, 3%, 4%, or even more. And the unfortunate thing is, people are smuggling these products into the country, not using the approved system, approved routes, just because of social trending and also issues about style.
Mr. Nkrumah, we have a very bad line to you. What we are going to do is that we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll bring the three of you back on the line to talk about this. So far, you are telling us that even though these products are banned, people still smuggle them into the country. How do we work together to stop this smuggling? How do we close all the routes that people smuggle these products, people used to smuggle these products? And then Dr. Titus Bayo, we want to also talk to you about your experience and how now, as a member of Parliament Health Committee, we can use the power of the state in a much more effective way to stop this problem from spreading further. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us. You can also send us your messages 055-1111-997. We'll be glad to read your thoughts as well on this matter. Stay with us.
For 11 years, we've taken you beyond borders. For 11 years, we've delivered memorable travel experiences. Now, it's time to see more and feel more with Adansi Travels at 12. 12 times the fun, 12 times the excitement. This August, explore the best of Europe, the UK, Dubai, Turkey, Singapore, Malaysia, Johannesburg, and beyond. With a team dedicated to your travel dreams, every journey is carefully crafted to leave you with unforgettable memories. Your journey with Adansi Travels is more than a trip. It's your chance to see more, feel more, and discover the world in a whole new way. Don't just stamp your passport, stamp it with incredible experiences. Call 0595 500 817 or 0531 008 550 or visit adansitravels.com to book your spot. Adansi at 12. See more, feel more.
Hello, Ghana. It's a new year and Bills Microcredit is here to support your dreams. If you're not working but want to start a business, don't let money stop you. With just your Ghana card, you can get a loan to turn your ideas into reality. Already running a business? Need more capital? Or are you a salary worker looking for extra funds? Bills offers fast and easy loans with no collateral, no deposit, and no SUSI savings required. Wherever you are, whatever you need, Bills makes it happen. Call Bills Microcredit today. Call 0596 920 833 or 0302 200 390 and get started. Bills is licensed and regulated by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999. Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is?
Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lele rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lele rice. Lele rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
don't hear about the Star Assurance 40 Reasons to Smile promo. Star Assurance is 40 years. And to celebrate this milestone, they are rewarding clients who buy or renew their existing motor insurance policy with amazing prices. Every quarter this year, lucky winners stand the chance to win cash prizes of 10,000 Ghana cedis each, and the grand prize, an exclusive all-expense paid trip to enjoy the luxury of Dubai.
So you mean if someone insures their saloon car, 4x4, motorbike, or any other vehicle, they stand a chance to be a winner?
Exactly so. To participate, simply buy or renew your existing motor insurance policy with Star Assurance, and you are in.
Akosia, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I'm driving to the nearest Star Assurance office now.
Call 030-275-1333 to talk to us, or visit any Star Assurance branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is in conjunction with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
You're still live on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm here with Kojo and Winston. And Kojo, earlier we heard Dr. Hilda Mantibiaboy telling us that 2 out of every 10 children brought to the consulting rooms are experiencing this. And she says we need to commission a detailed study into this and get the actual numbers, because she believes it could be more.
Yeah. We also heard her talk about the reasons they give. Some of them essentially just not believing that their dark-skinned babies are beautiful. And so they need them to be lighter skinned. In the documentary, Dr. Bayo also alluded to another reason some women give, which is that they are worried about paternity challenges. So in a bid to avoid that, they want their children to be lighter skinned so as to avoid any questions.
Yeah, Dr. Bayo is on the line. Let's get his thoughts now. Good morning, Dr. Bayo.
Good morning, and good morning to the listeners.
Yes, we heard you in the documentary talking about all the challenges and the reasons why some mothers do this. Please shed some more lights on this for us.
In fact, let me share a personal story before I even share that of my clients that I've encountered. My 4-year-old son, we were driving from church. He saw a billboard and his countenance fell. And he became sad. And this was his own school billboard. And the rest of us were excited. Then she confided in her mom that he usually sits in front. And on the day they were coming to take that picture for the billboard, he was relocated to the back. And the fairer kids in the class brought to the front and a picture taken to be used for the billboard. This got to him so badly that we had to change the school. And this is how the society perceives or light-colored skin people.
They moved your son from the front row to the back.
Exactly.
Take a photo of fair-colored children to advertise the school.
So this is not something that affects people who are not literate or educated. It got so bad. I mean, we had, myself and my wife had to work on this boy's mindset, because the mother can get him a cream so that he will also be fair. So you see the society we've created. I had a patient who was married to a Caucasian or in a partnership with a Caucasian, delivered the baby. Baby is very dark. Then the mother asked me whether the baby will grow, will get fairer as the baby grows. And I said I couldn't guarantee that. The next time I saw her, she had started bleaching the baby. I had to counsel her, refer her to a psychologist. So these are some of the factors driving this. And following on the documentary, I'm not sure it's exactly ignorance, because it looks like a lot of people know that there are some side effects. But we have to look at the societal driving. Of course, if you are the only dark person among fair people, you stand out. So in the Caucasian populations, people are trying to get darker. And in our populations, the fair people stand out giving more opportunities, as alluded to by Dr. Mantibia, and therefore they will want more people want to get fair. But people must be mindful of the medical consequences.
Now, Dr. Bayo, so you just said that most of these mothers are aware that it's bad and that they know the impact and the effects of this, but they still go ahead to do that. Is that not criminal? Is that not child cruelty or whatever the lawyers would call it? If you know that you're applying a harmful chemical on your child and it's going to affect the well-being of the child, but you go ahead to apply that, can we not arrest these mothers and deal with them as per the law? Or there's no law that protects children in this case?
I think there are a lot of laws. The question is who enforces and how do you even enforce? Because children who are less than 18 and not capable of making decisions on their own, when it comes to critical health decisions, the state owns them and must protect them. So if you take a decision that is harmful to your child, the state can go contrary to that and authorize other people to act local parentis and provide a safety net for that child. So, but it's a much broader problem, you know, than going to arrest one or two parents. The drive in the society must be reduced. We must educate people, and we must also let them know the full spectrum. Some of them know that when their children grow or they may have problems with their skin, they are fairly aware that people who are bleached, when they get injuries, they struggle to heal. But whether they know that in children this can lead to growth restrictions, the child may never obtain their full height potential. This child is at risk of developing Cushing syndrome, where the child has a rounded face, like a moon face as we call it, that it can have problem on their brain development, that they stand the risk of developing hypertension, even in children, and all the associated problems. Whether they know all of this, I'm not sure. So documentaries like this and forums like this to educate the people becomes useful. But at some point, some enforcement must come in.
Yes, I'll come back to you for that enforcement and a bit more on the effects on our healthcare delivery. Now, the new cases of cancer that we are recording in our facilities and all that. But we've also been joined by Kwame Sapon Esiedu. He's a D&D fellow on public health. And Kwame is screaming in my WhatsApp, and I want to get his thoughts on the child cruelty bit, the criminal aspects of this practice, and how we can deal with it. And I'm happy that Dr. Bayo, you are here because you're also in Parliament. So you mentioned enforcement. We'll take Kwame's thoughts. And when we come back to you for the medical issues, you can also tell us how we can use the law better in dealing with this. Kwame, good morning. Welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Good morning, Kojo. How are you?
Kwame, I'm well. You're alive. Please, let's go.
Kojo, things like this break my heart. You see, they break my heart because chlorine, and with this, I'm talking as a pharmaceutical chemist because that's another area I have specialty. Chlorine is carcinogenic. If you listen to the head from FDA, he was clear about it. Chlorine is carcinogenic. That means that it can predispose you to cancer. But more importantly, if you put someone in a non-ventilated room and you heat up chlorine, parazone, it yields chlorine, not just the chlorine itself, but what we call the chlorine radical, because you've heated it and it would react with oxygen. If you inhale that, you can immediately develop acute chemical reactions to your body. It can actually give you mild burns and take off the upper layer of your skin, especially in a child who is that young. And that's dangerous because once you take off the top layer of the skin, the absorption through what we call the dermis of the skin is high. So immediately you are exposing that child to skin cancer without knowing. Let's park that. Then you are exposing the child's breathing membranes, what we call the respiratory mucosa. You are exposing it to irritants. So you are predisposing that child to early onset of asthma, and if they are lucky to grow long enough, to COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
So this is not just to do with the skin, but other diseases as well, like asthma.
Yes. So you are talking about, in very serious cases, you can actually get the child to choke because the chlorine can paralyze the reflex at the back of their throat. That helps them to get any fluid that will go into their throat out. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm asking myself, how do we even get here? And I don't want to go further because with things like this, there are immediate, intermediate, and delayed onset stuff. Because you can get bronchospasms, you can get hypoxia, very, very dangerous things. And I'm quite sure it may have happened. It's just that when the mother brings the child to the emergency or something like that, they wouldn't be honest to tell the doctors or the health professionals there what actually led to the emergency they are reporting. So it will come in and they'll say, "Akolane asthma attack," or something like that, without actually saying what actually led to it, because you are leaving that kid in a non-ventilated room for 30 minutes. And that's key. The concentration of chlorine in parazone, if you heat it, gives you an air, concentration level of more than 3 parts per million. That's dangerous. Look, that is why the minute I started looking at this, I started screaming in your inbox because I was like, somebody somewhere must be arrested. Somebody somewhere must be prosecuted. This is child cruelty.
So we need to make an example of mothers doing this to deter others from doing same?
Apart from, yes. But you see, then let's park the parazone. Now let's go to the isotretinoin. In that skin preparation you talked about. In the UK, if a female is prescribed isotretinoin because they have a condition with the skin, even then, you as a pharmacist need to tell that person not to conceive because it has what we call teratogenic effects. That when you talk about teratogenicity, it simply means that if the child and the mother was to get pregnant, the fetus might not develop properly. And Prof. Bayo has given examples of some of the things that could happen. So I'll not, elaborate the point. So even when it's medically prescribed, you need to put that safeguarding in place to ensure that a child doesn't unnecessarily come to harm because the mother has to be treated necessarily for a medical condition. If even as a professional, you didn't give that information to the mother, and the mother got pregnant, and there was what we call congenital malformation, and it was found that you didn't give that information out, you could be held professionally liable. That's professional misconduct. So you see, so I'm looking at the gravity of what we are doing to ourselves, and I'm asking myself, Quetta has done a very, very good piece of work, but what is going to happen after this piece of work has been done? What's going to happen? Because we already have a health system that is inundated with a doubling of our disease burden. We have chronic diseases overlapping, infectious diseases. And we are not even finding how to get through that properly. Why would we just go and buy cancer on the cheap and add it to our problems?
So we should...
For children who...
So
go on.
We should arrest those selling the cancer on the streets. We should arrest and prosecute the mothers applying the cancer in their homes as well. And maybe the men who are also not paying attention at home and allowing the women to do as they please.
Well, there is, a stream of negligence here. If you listen to the FDA, creams containing hydroquinones are banned in Ghana anyway. Isotretinoin is a prescription-only medicine, so it shouldn't be sold in a cosmetic shop. So a cream that contains a banned substance and a prescription-only substance is a breach of the food and drugs laws. It's a complete breach of their laws. So the person importing is a criminal. The person selling is a criminal. The person using is a criminal. The parent who is also looking on is criminally culpable because you allow harm to come to a kid.
Kwame, thank you. Thank you for bringing this angle to the conversation. I know you don't have a lot of time this morning, so I'll let you go. But let me go back to Dr. Titus Bayo and Mr. Nkrumah. So, Doc, you were talking about the medical issues and how we are struggling to deal with them. Please continue, sir.
All right. So, I think that for an adult, if they cause harm to themselves, how we handle this should be different. For the children, it's really bad because these are very innocent children that don't know what their preference will be in terms of skin color when they grow. And so for the mother listening to us who is desirous of getting a fair child, or fair colored child, for the father listening to us who has a certain custom-made baby in mind, and has given birth to one that does not look like that, please know that whatever you are doing must be balanced with the following complications that you are exposing your child to. That child may not grow optimally, that child may have brain development challenge, that child may have water retention in their body, that child may have muscle wasting and therefore grow very lean, that child may develop hypertension. And hypertension, we think, is only in adults. You can have it in children. And imagine if you're hypertensive at that early age. How long do you live with it? With problems like kidney failure and the rest. So we must be mindful that, and the cancers, and the others that Kwame has just mentioned. So we must know the full-scale effect of it. Now, if you ask of solutions, I think just like we are struggling with the opioid, in Ghana we have beautiful laws, but implementation becomes a challenge. And some of the laws themselves actually make their implementation challenging. So, for instance, if someone sets up a clinic that is supposed to be a beauty clinic, but not a medical facility, the person doesn't fall under HIPAA for regulation. So who regulates that clinic? And I think in the documentary, you heard Dr. Insiansari mention that he doubts that these are licensed professionals. That he doubts, and I also agree with him, because the licensed professionals are working under license, and that license can be seized if anyone should make that report. So if someone purports to be a doctor, a nurse, a registered practitioner, and is helping you with this, we should be able to get a person report and the person is punished. But those who fall in between the lines, where the person is neither a herbal clinic to be regulated by the alternative medicine and traditional medical practice council, and is not neither an orthodox clinic, the person starts like a cosmetic shop and is selling all of this. How do we deal with that? Then is the FDA that can come in. Do they have enough capacity to move around and arrest these people? Are Ghanaians willing to report? If you live in a compound house and your neighbor is bleaching a baby and you've seen this to be able to report to the media, are you willing to report to the police? Are you willing to report to the FDA that someone is doing this harm with an unlicensed product? These are all questions we need to ask. But we must not forget as a nation that we are building up a certain disease burden, which may not manifest now. But in about 10 years, 15 years, you have kids whose brain development has not been optimal. Therefore, they are not able to pass exams and excel, and we have to rehabilitate and manage them. We have kids with chronic conditions, diabetes, hypertension in early adulthood. And how do we manage them? We have young people who have abused opioids, become dependent, and can no longer work. They are not productive, but are still burdened on the society as adults. How we manage this? So if the proportion of the population in this class becomes more, and they are not adding anything productively, but are depending on the few who work to keep them alive, are we prepared for that? Somebody must crack their whip now.
Dr. Bayo, let me ask you this. Because we're talking about solutions, the mental health experts tell us that 1 in every 4 Ghanaians has some kind of mental disorder. Is part of this problem not mental? Even the societal pressure that you describe, is some of it not of mental health origins? This idea that you look at a child with dark skin and you see something wrong with that child, even when it's your own child, and you see something so wrong that you are pushed to basically slather your child's skin in cancer-causing chemicals to correct some perceived wrong. Is it not a mental disorder? Should the solution also not come from the mental health side of things?
I agree with you, Kojo, perfectly that there is some bit of mental issues here. And you heard in my earlier submission that the mother who was worried and had started bleaching a Wumi has referred her to the clinical psychologist. So while these chemicals themselves can lead to mental issues can predispose someone to the tendency to use these things. And in rehabilitating and managing them, the clinical psychologists, the mental health practitioners play a critical role. But you see, I don't know whether to use the term, whether it's an appropriate term, but we may be having a community diagnosis of mental problems, where the value system of the entire community appears to be shifting. And therefore, you need to rehabilitate the entire society. Because when a large proportion of the society believe that just being fair makes you beautiful, just being fair should give you advantages. When teachers, proprietors of schools are looking for fair people to sit in front of their class to take pictures so that they can be on a billboard to attract more students, to show that what they have caste in their school, or white people coming to the school, what does that mean? So that means that there is a wider societal problem, and maybe a communal diagnosis and communal therapy is needed as well.
Okay, now let me talk to Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah briefly before we wrap up this conversation for the morning. Mr. Nkrumah, the FDA has been working on this for years. Obviously, the work you're doing is getting some results, but there's still a lot more to be done. How can we help the FDA to rid our country of these products and to save us from this problem?
Okay, thank you very much. And my brother, anytime we talk about this topic, especially in relation to children, it gives me good bumps and chills. It is a very emotional topic to talk about. You see, the skin of children are thinner, more fragile, and less mature than adults. And this makes it more susceptible to irritation and environmental factors. You see, even the pigmentation is something that is still being developing. Now, it's scientifically proven that dark skin individuals in our tropic and in our part of the world is an advantage because of the effect of the sun. There's a pigment in the skin called melanin, and melanin prevents UV light from getting direct into the inner layers of the skin to give us that protection. And this protection, if it's removed, cancer is one of them, melanoma. So this melanin gives a protective layer. And my brother, the more you use these skin lightening products, especially hydroquinone, it reduces the production of melanin. So the more darker you are, the more melanin you have. The less melanin you have, the lighter you become. So this layer that God has created for us, where we are, why do you want to take it off? How many even darker sunscreens are very important and good to use? But my brother, between me and you, how many people use sunscreen in our part of this world. Even though it's important, it has an advantage, right? And people even go to the extent of mixing products with products like tretinoin and steroids. Our medics were talking of issues, health issues. There are many. Kidney disease, liver disease, cancers and the like. Right? And this effect is so dangerous that it affects not just the health and safety of the Ghanaian, and for that matter, our wonderful children who are the future of this country, but it also has socio-economic impact in nation building, because a lot of money will have to be pushed to the health sector to address this issue.
It's a big problem.
Medication that we don't need.
It's a big problem. So I'm looking at the top 20 diseases that are reported to our hospitals, and it looks like now these challenges have taken over the regular ones we knew. So these non-communicable diseases have taken over the infectious diseases, like the other panelists said. And as we all know, FDA over the years has banned a lot of these chemicals. In fact, almost all the chemicals have been banned, but we find them in our system. So how can the populace help FDA to rate the system of these formulations that we see every day?
Okay, thank you. It's a responsibility for every Ghanaian to help us to do this. The media is part. The regulators are doing their part. We do it together. Public education is key. We inform people. But ignorance is no excuse. Right? We need to continuously do this. The FDA have all the apparatus in place. We have communication channels. We have social media handles. You just name them. We have toll-free lines. The FDA offices are open in all the regions across the country. There are contact persons. Me, I'm here. My number is open out there. Every officer who is in charge in protecting the health and safety of the Ghanaian, especially children.
So when we find these products, we should call you and let you know where we found them, so that you clamp down on those.
Exactly,
those
we'll do
them.
that.
But can you share names of some of the products? You've mentioned the ingredients in most of these products, but we don't know the names. Can the FDA put together a list possibly and share with us, so that we use that for public education purposes?
It's something that has been done in the past. We can revisit it and always put it out there. The issue is the one that were put out there, the manufacturers were engaged. They were trained. It's been done. Now, there are others which keep trickling in. And we keep informing the general public. If you see any of these products on the market, true or not, suspicious or not, inform the FDA. We will verify and update you with the information. Personally, in the media, or through any medium available, to ensure that the right information gets to the Ghanaian. Tomorrow it can be my nephew, my niece, right? And this is so important that if we don't do it at that time, it will get out of hand.
Yeah, we need to do this job at this time. Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah, Head of Cosmetics at the FDA, Dr. Titus Bayo, Member of Parliament's Health Committee. We're also joined by Dr. Hilda Mantibia Boy, and Kwame Sapon-Asiedu also joined us. Mr. Nkrumah especially will be coming to you. We want to understand the products that have been banned, what to look out for, so that together we can work to rid the system of these products to prevent this problem from happening. Thank you all so much for joining us this morning on the phone to discuss this issue. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll read your messages. And if we have enough time, maybe get some of you on the lines to share your experience with us here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Yen con cotton, donut, donut, donut. Malaria syndrome, donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Wonto malaria chill. Wo popo. What mean the day? I want the donut. A dabako. Donut. A damienu. Donut. A damiensa. Donut. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Bleached GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumojam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
City's not picky promotion. As you requested, we have dropped our prices for you. So rush to any Electroland showroom or authorized dealer store across Ghana and grab your desired Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO appliances at unbeatable prices. For your favorite TVs, refrigerators, air conditioners, washing machines, gas cookers, home theaters, microwaves, and many more, we have them on price drop. Thanks to the city's appreciation against the dollar. Enjoy convenient prices that fit your budget. Don't miss out. City's not picky. Electroland Day for you.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kojo Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kojo Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kojo Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kojo Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white where it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kojo Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kojo Charcoal toothpaste. Kojo Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kojo, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you know that NIT is back in Ghana? Yes, you heard it right. NIT is back in Ghana, and Jackson Institute of Technology is the official partner. It's bigger, it's better, and it's here to revolutionize IT education in Ghana. Get ready for world-class training and unmatched opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059 699 6037 or 059 699 6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
TCL's champion deals are here and they are big and bold. Buy 50-inch, 55-inch or 65-inch TCL QLED Pro 4K Smart Android TV starting from 7,999 Ghana cedis and get free 32-inch TCL TV. Buy TCL 75-inch, 85-inch or 98-inch TV and get free 43-inch TCL TV. The bigger the purchase, the better the deal. Buy TCL 115-inch QD Mini any LED 4K TV and get a free 85-inch TCL TV. Discount so huge you'll feel like a winner. Looking for TCL refrigerators, washing machines, water dispensers, audio soundbar, and more at cool deals? Rush to TCL showrooms and authorized TCL dealers in Ghana before stock runs out. Terms and conditions apply. TCL. Inspire greatness.
Attention Ghana, the Green Revolution is here from 11th to 13th of June 2025. The Accra International Conference Center comes alive with the Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025, the nation's premier showcase of fruits, vegetables, technology, and export opportunity. Organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and proudly supported by Ghana Exim Bank, Fidelity Bank, Gesa, Agro City, Agro Monte, and GIZ, with Joy Business as the official media partner. This is your gateway to innovation, trade, and partnerships. And the highlight, the keynote address will be delivered by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Book your exhibition stand or register now on www.ghanahortiexpo.com, or you can contact 0243 345 7783 or 053 522 4555. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025. Growing Ghana, exporting excellence.
Saswabo, Sasso, Sasso, Kumenton Preco. Sasso, Sasso, Kumenton Preco. Edrana drumming every session. Yeah, how can see out in malaria? Minyame corn and miss a so spray. Every mosquito started run away. Oh, come on, Tonton Preco. Sasso, Sasso, miss a Kumenton Preco. Oh, come on, Tonton Preco. Sasso, come Tonton Preco. Nani shamne die, demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 9:44. You are live on the Super Morning Show. This is Bob Pinodo.
Your baby closer.
And you there do, Uncle Bob. Open the take a cow.
Sounds in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
People bleach their babies and you hear the stories. Your heart aches and you want to just fight it. You've heard a lot of angles to this story. You've heard the mothers. We'll be reading your messages here on the show. Winston is still here and Kojo is also here.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just can't understand. I mean, you need what? Light skin for what?
Dr. Bayo says that we need community therapy. That even the concept that light skin is beautiful, it means that something is fundamentally wrong with the way we think.
Oh, it is.
And as a society, we're all buying into it. And it's madness.
Look, we've sung songs that have said Tuntum Bruni, and maybe Bini Bruni, and and we've so many people have that assumption. And you've heard, somebody say,
imagine that.
So the feeling is that, because you're light skinned, it's okay. And then somebody will say, hey, what do you ask you doom light? I'll sing one you. We say these things.
Lots of derogatory comments.
Yes, we say these things all the time. And so people now want to look fair. Today, the research indicates about 40% of our women use
bleaching products.
40%.
And some men are also bleaching.
Oh, my brother.
Some men are also bleaching.
Yes. Somebody says, "What did we give you to eat this morning?" But so I just can't understand it. That you've been blessed with a good, complexion. Take it like that.
Look, this morning I pointed out that the word fair, the word fair, F-A-I-R, fair, as is applied in our language to refer to people with light skin, first of all, is incorrect. Fair doesn't mean light. It means beautiful. So even at a fundamental and basic level, we automatically believe that light is equal to beautiful. Light skin is equal to beautiful, which is where the term fair has come from. The people in the UK and the US, where English language is spoken, they don't refer to light-skinned people as fair.
Yeah.
It's only here. We call them fair-colored. Fair. It means beautiful. We think light is beautiful. Well, honestly, we need community therapy.
We'll read your messages soon on the show. This is the Super Morning Show, but let me tell you about Father's Day and what is coming up. Are you ready? You know, with Father's Day just around the corner, it's time to start thinking about ways to celebrate the dads and father figures in our lives. Joy FM, Joy Prime, Joy News and Hits FM proudly present My Father, My Hero, Fatherhood, A Deeper Connection. Now this year we invite you to step away from the daily grind and celebrate your fathers. And you have to do it right. Now here's what to do. Record a 30-second clip commending your dad. Tell us the heroic things he's done for you and share with us via WhatsApp 05511111997. We'll play your clips on air. Select the top 5 entries to win some amazing prizes from our sponsors. And this will be played on drive time at between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And so send your short 30-second clips to us and we'll play them. Top 5 fathers are winning something amazing. So stay glued to your radios. Don't miss out on this fun. It's going to be entertaining, emotionally impactful. It's going to be a mini virtual adventure with fathers. So get ready for that.
Are we taking them to an eco park somewhere?
We are giving them something special.
Okay. This season, unbelievable, is yours to own with DSTV. There is so much content on offer. You're spoiled for choice. Get unbelievable local entertainment with House of Glue, Shaka Lembe Season 2, and Nigerian Idol Season 10. All on Aquaba Magic. You can also catch unbelievable sporting moments from the Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, Formula 1, tennis, and more. Laugh along with unbelievable kids edutainment like Paw Patrol, Bluey, and SpongeBob SquarePants, and experience unbelievable international shows like Law & Order, Lioness Special Ops, and Suits LA. So what are you waiting for? Just stay connected by dialing *759# today and own the unbelievable. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So you know that leadership isn't about a position, it's about wisdom at the hem. And so join us at the next Great Leader Summit 2.0, where two of Ghana's foremost thought leaders, Dr. Gideon Titi Ofer and Dr. Mensa Otabil, will share insights to shape the next generation of transformational leaders. Wisdom at the helm of affairs is on the 21st of June 2025. The 9 a.m. networking will begin at 8 a.m. Venue is the University of Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School, Spintex Road. Registration, ttiofer.com/event, designed for executives, visionaries, entrepreneurs, public servants, and all who aspire to lead with integrity and impact.
Some of your messages on the show. This message says that I think we should have a consumer protection authority which enables ethical pricing and also have a research department that can come up with occasional market prices. Well, this is not related to the bleach babies. I think this person is talking about the issue we've been discussing over the weeks about pricing. Now, this message says, I had the interview with the nurse. The nurses and some health professionals are themselves culprits when it comes to the issue of bleaching. It's a craze that needs to be talked about. Kweku says that I agree with those who are saying we should criminalize this. A mother cannot take this decision for a child and mess up their future. We need to deal with this. Now, the Emmy Africa Expo is back. It's bigger, it's bolder, it's better. It's your official invitation to be part of the second edition of the Emmy Africa Expo happening June 19 to 22nd at the Accra International Conference Center. After a blockbuster debut with over 10,000 plus attendees, 100 plus exhibitors and 20 plus industries represented, this year we are turning it up a notch. Whether you are into fashion, tech, real estate, the vehicle space, health, finance, agribusiness, travel, lifestyle, or anything in between, this is your platform for visibility, networking, strategic partnerships, and media exposure that matters. Don't miss out. Register now at emmyafrica.com or call 020-201-8870 for more information. Emmy Africa Expo 2025. Show up, stand up, scale up.
All right, well, listen, don't forget, at some point today, go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Get yourself the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery, all from Kingdom Books. It's great. The prices are fantastic, and you can pay via Momo across all networks. They'll then deliver to your home or office rather speedily. If you are in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery, which is always a plus. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So, Ghana, are you ready to simplify your shipping experience? Introducing DHL Express, your go-to solution for all your international shipping needs. Get 5% off when you send personal official documents, gift items, paintings, cosmetics, clothing, dried fish, processed food, or importing from Asia, Australia, Europe, the Middle East, and the rest of Africa. Because DHL Express service makes it a breeze, and all you need to do is to contact any of our main service points or individual outlets across the country, and your shipment will be processed whether inbound or outbound with real-time tracking. You'll always know where your package is. It's that simple. Once again, every international shipment to or from Europe, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, and the rest of Africa paid for in Ghana qualifies you for our promotional discount. So please rush now, ready to experience the ease of shipping. Visit our website at dhl.com or call us on 0244 485176 or 0571 137599 to learn more about our Express Easy service. DHL, excellence simply delivered.
And the Jackson Educational Center, that is Jackson Institute of Technology, is giving you the opportunity to study any of the IT courses and become a global powerhouse. They offer globally recognized certifications, practical job-ready training, and flexible hybrid learning options. If you want to know more about the programs they have, go to jit.edu.gh or find them at Ring Road near Circle in the heart of Accra CBD. In Kumasi, find them at the Jackson Educational Complex headquarters, Adjacent near KNUST. Call them 059-699-6037. JIT, your gateway to a thriving IT career.
So this is exciting news you've all been looking forward to. For those of you wanting to join the MTN family, you can get an extra MTN SIM, and all SIM cards are available for the incredible price of just 10 Ghana cedis. So the MTN SIM card is only 10 Ghana cedis. Don't buy your SIM anywhere else for more than 10 Ghana cedis, okay? What are you waiting for? Experience the most amazing network when you join the Yellow family today.
We are wrapping up on the Super Morning Show. It's about 5 to 10. Do you have some messages?
Yeah, do we have time for a few birthdays?
Yeah, we do.
All right, then let me get started with this one, which came in earlier. It says, "Good morning, Kojo. Please help me wish my dear wife, Augustina Ochrebia Ubri of GCB Bank, a happy birthday. Kobe and I appreciate your love, your support, and your thoughtfulness. I am more than lucky to call you my wife. Enjoy this wonderful day." And that is from Isaac Ufusu Ubri to his wife. This one says, "Yesterday was your birthday, your ladyship, Justice Kizita Na Kuwa Kwashi," and it's from your brother Kojo. This one also, happy 61st birthday to George Kuku Bobby, aka Chief Bobby, formerly of Tema Community 9 TSC of Ghana Revenue Authority, not Service, Ghana Revenue Authority. Retirement is a gift man gives himself after decades of commitment to work. So enjoy this one. It's from the office manager Lydia Uwusu Banahene and all staff of Tema Community 9 UTSC. One more happy birthday. Wishing you a joyful, blessed day. As you celebrate another year, and this is a birthday wish to Mrs. Deborah Atipo Fitz, and it's from the entire family of the Anointed One Congregation and the Office of the Head of Civil Service. There you go.
And happy birthday to Mrs. Antoinette Kofi, Chief Finance Officer of MTN Ghana. From the whole team to you, happy birthday to you. May you have a lovely, yellow, beautiful, impactful, everything in between birthday today. And I believe yesterday was Daniel Yadomelovo's birthday. So belated one to you, Daniel Yadomelevo. And to my friend, Sananu Akusia, yesterday was your birthday as well. Belated one going out to you. If you are traveling from Tema to Accra, and what you are coming to do is not life and death, please don't come. Because we know that there's traffic on the motorway from the community 18 area all the way to the Accra Mall due to a vehicle that crashed into something. So please, if you are coming to Accra and it's not urgent, it's not an emergency, you may want to stay back in Tema or use the beach road, or you can get to Boateng, use Boateng, enter East Legon, come and use the overpass and get to Bema Camp area and enter Accra, but don't use the motorway. And we know it's also raining in parts of Accra, so please be safe out there and take good care of yourselves. You're wrapping up here on the show. Kojo Yankson is here. Winston is also around. Thank you so much for being a part of the Super Morning Show for today. On behalf of the production team and all of us, we say a thank you, a big thank you to you. And
happy birthday to Weena Paxson. It's her birthday today. Very hard to forget since it's always at the beginning of June. Happy birthday to you, Weena. Have a good one.
This is Ejako Nimo Abrocha Brabo. Enjoy this one. Have a great day. Meet again tomorrow on the Super